You know where it's at. One thing that's for sure, love is the new black. I know where I'm going. You know where it's at. One thing that's for sure, love is the new black.
Welcome. It's a beautiful Thursday afternoon, and you are listening to the afternoon show. I am Atiba Buchanan, joined by my compadre and partner in crime,
Daughtry. Hey, happy Thursday, everyone. And make sure if you're on Facebook Live, you share the show and keep those comments coming. Phone lines are always open, 773-591-1690. So glad and happy to see you all today.
Listen, Chicago is popping this weekend. When I tell you, for every reason you can imagine, people are descending upon our fair city this weekend. Jasmine Crockett will be here. I know that for a fact. Leandria Johnson singing this weekend. Angela Rye is here this weekend. Tamika Mallory is here. As a matter of fact, this weekend, hundreds of Black women leaders, organizers, and professionals from across the country will gather in Chicago for the annual Power Rising Conference, which will actually feature, get this, Vice President Kamala Harris. The conference will confront the distinct challenges Black women face while elevating the strategies and strength that sustain them, their families, and communities. We have an amazing guest to talk about this particular event. She is the co-convenor of it, Reverend Leah Daughtry. She was the CEO of the 2016 and 2008 Democratic National Convention Committees, and the Chief of Staff to Howard Dean, the former chairman of the Democratic National Committee. She is a nationally known organizer, activist, political strategist, author, faith leader, and public theologian. The daughter of a long line of community organizers and activists, she represents the fifth consecutive generation of pastors in the Daughtry family. I told you she's no joke, and she's here on the afternoon show today. Reverend Daughtry, thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm always honored to be on WVON. How y'all doing?
Doing swell-tastic, and we're so happy to have you. We most certainly can't wait to talk about this particular event. This sounds like Chicago is on the comeuppance of having something like this over the weekend.
Yeah, well, we're really excited to be in Chicago. There's no better place for us to convene this year's Power Rising, and we're looking forward to hundreds of our sisters descending on the city, on the Windy City, to help us uplift the voices of Black women and talk about the issues that concern us and what's happening in the world right now and how we're going to respond.
Well, we certainly want to do that, but I want to hold you. We're going to go to break real quick so we can have more time. I know we need to have more time with you on the other side. So everybody sit tight. We got a treat for you when we get back on the afternoon show.
More from Atiba Buchanan and Daughtry coming up on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Vaughn TV's Friday Night of Premieres wraps up Friday, April 17th, and we are going out strong with a powerful short film showcase you don't want to miss. Featuring Finger Food, Chicago Guide, What Say You, and RIP t-shirts.
I fear for myself as being African American. Am I going to be safe going to school, coming home from school?
I just hope this world get better, because this world is crazy.
4 films, 4 perspectives, 1 unforgettable night. Thought-provoking stories, moments that make you laugh, reflect, and see things differently. This is where creativity meets culture. Don't miss the grand finale of Friday Night of Premieres this Friday, April 17th. And tune in all day Monday, April 20th for your opportunity to call in and join the conversation. Vaughn TV available on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV+, the WVON app, or online at VON.TV. Vaughn TV, for the culture, by the culture.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Time is up. The IRS is in full collection mode for 2025, issuing liens, levies, and garnishments to anyone who has a past tax debt or unfiled tax returns. Don't wait till it's too late. Your paycheck and bank accounts are at risk of being seized. Call now and stop the collection process today. If you're living check to check, no matter how much you're making, you still may qualify for the Fresh Start programs offered by the IRS to reduce or even eliminate your tax debt. It's just a 5-minute call to get your options, and it's free. If you owe back taxes, have years of unfiled tax returns, under audit, have a wage or bank levy, or finally just want to sleep better, business or personal, call the experts. I tax relief while there's still time. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and tough. This veteran-owned company has the fight you need to take on the IRS. Don't go at it alone. The call is free. Call their hotline number now, 800-259-4546. That's 800-259-4546. Find out if you qualify today. Call 800-259-4546 or go to republictaxrelief.com.
Hey, it's Cleopatra Draper. Join me for the Midday Show weekdays at 9 a.m. where we'll sip and spill all the tea. Do you want it hot or cold? Either way, we're serving up the flavor of the day. Weekdays at 9 a.m. right here on the station giving you what's now and what's next. 1690 WVON.
This report is brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then, you find a deal that actually feels like a win. With Straight Talk Wireless, you get more and pay less. Now, that's a good deal. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises. All on Verizon's 5G network. Find it in the same place you've always found straightforward prices. Exclusively at Walmart and straighttalk.com.
WVON Traffic and Weather now.
Good Thursday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic update. In Ryan, downtown on 95th, stop and go traffic, 31 minutes. I-57, Ryan, I-80, no delays, 15 minutes. Bishop Ford, Ryan, I-80, 94, slow-moving traffic, and please be cautious. There is an accident. Bishop Ford, approaching 159th Street, 17 minutes. Stevenson to Sabo Lakeshore Drive to the Tri-State, bumper-to-bumper traffic, 52 minutes. Eisenhower, Wolf to Post Office, stop and go traffic, 43 minutes. Kennedy downtown to O'Hare, stop and go traffic, 50 minutes. And Eden's, Montrose, Lake Cook, smooth sailing, 14 minutes. Weather for today, Chicago. Thursday has spotty showers. High of 70 and a low 48. Tomorrow, storms at night, high of 80 and a low 48. It's currently 71 degrees and cloudy. That's your traffic and weather update now. I'm Logan Page on the Talk Chicago WVON 1690 AM.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
You make me happy. This you can bear. You stood right beside me.
All right, welcome back. That wasn't too bad, right? Guys, you can hit those phone lines, 773-591-1690. And we are speaking to our very esteemed guests. And it's a lovely treat to have you on with us.
It's Leah Daughtry. Reverend.
But she has Reverend. I want to confirm Reverend.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
All right. I want to make sure. All right, Reverend. I have a question for you. When it comes to this event, what is it about this moment in America that makes gathering like Power Rising not just important, but necessary?
You know, I think we are at a interesting confluence of events with the current administration, and we're seeing the rollback of rights like voting rights. We're seeing attacks on immigrant communities. We're seeing our education system being dismantled. We're seeing the courts roll back rights. So all of these things are happening together, and they're having a disproportionate impact on African American communities. We know that there are at least 600,000 Black women who find themselves removed from the workforce, either because they were in the federal government or because, DEI cutbacks and all of these things. And that means if Black women are being affected, that means our families are being affected. That means our husbands, our partners are being affected, which means our communities are being affected. And so as we're looking toward the midterm elections, as we're looking toward the future, this is an opportune moment for us to say, we don't like this, and we're going to do something. We're going to exercise our power to make a change so that we can have the nation that we deserve, that we have worked for, that our ancestors have fought for and died for. We have within our hands the opportunity and the power to make a change. And so that's why these gatherings are important. The media will have you believe that everything's fine. Everybody's happy. People like the changes. People like and we come together and say, no, we don't like this. We don't like this at all. And we will not be fooled by what the mainstream media is telling us. We see what's happening on the block. We see what's happening in our community, and we know we have the power to do something about it.
Amen to that. Thank you so much for that clarification and inspiration. I'm looking at this list. These are individuals that are speaking, I guess. You've got Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton, Congresswoman Lauren Underwood out of Naperville, Congresswoman Robin Kelly, so many more. I see one man. I see 47 women, and I see one man, our esteemed mayor, Brandon Johnson. Can you talk about some of the dynamic speakers you're going to have?
Yeah, and we have one. We love Brandon Johnson. We love how he's been taking on the immigration fights and the budget fights and all of this. But Power Rising is intentional. This is a gathering by, for, and about Black women and our allies. And we wanted to create a space where women could see themselves, hear themselves as powerful women, hear voices that look like them and sound like them. So we only have one man that speaks every year. And this year, it is Brandon Johnson. So we're looking for, it was unanimous that we wanted to have the mayor because we just love watching his press conferences.
He handled them, don't he? He be handling them.
Oh, it is amazing. It is amazing. His social media is hot.
Yes.
Let me see who he's going to deal with today. But we've got these dynamic speeches. The ones you've heard, of course, Donna Brazile, Tamika Mallory, Angela Rye, and of course our Vice President, the 49th Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, will be our Sunday keynote. So it's actually an interview that I'm doing with her on Sunday. So we're going to have some good dialogue and some good questions. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. We've got leaders coming from across the country and some local folks. Like Kiana, who leads the local business community. So we're looking forward to hearing their voices about the things that matter to them and the things that they're working on. And let me be clear, Power Rising is not only politics. We organize around business and economic opportunities. So we're doing a whole session on AI and what it means, how to work it, because just what exactly is it? And how do I use it? But how do we take advantage of it? Because we know we are always the last hired and the first fired. So when this AI comes through, if we don't know what's up and we don't know how to take advantage, we will be the first ones on the sidewalk. So we need to understand what it is so that we can leverage it in the way that is beneficial to our communities. But we're also talking about Black women in sports. We got some folks from the WNBA coming. We got some, we're talking about entrepreneurship, how to build your business and leverage your brand. We're talking about Black women's health. What are the things that we need to know? Sisters are dealing with fibroids. Sisters are dealing with perimenopause and menopause. Sisters are dealing with the policy issues around our health care. So we run the gamut because we know that Black women are multifaceted. We don't live life in just one lane. So we got a variety of topics that cover the things that Black women are interested in.
Awesome. With a theme like Rooted and Rising, whole health, whole self. This is what do you want the takeaway to be with something as powerful as that being the theme for the women that attend with all of the women in the room?
So we want women to remember where they've come from. That's the rooted part. We're rooted in our ancestors' wisdom. We're rooted in our faith. We're rooted in the things that have kept us alive and thriving for 400 years in a country that on the regular dismisses, demeans us. So we want you to remember where you come from and what you're made of and how you got here. We didn't just fall off the turtle truck. We have some roots that have allowed us to live and stay breathing in this country. But we're also rising. We will not be stymied by the ceilings that people try to put on top of us. We know how to break through. We like ivy on the side of a building. We will find a space. We will find some air. We're going to find some sunlight to grow even in places that are hostile to us. But we know that we got to take care of ourselves.
Yeah,
so when we talk about whole health and whole self, how you doing, sis?
Yeah.
What do you need to thrive, not just physically, but mentally?
Love it.
we're not all in good space, but we want to make sure that you get what you need in order to thrive.
Real quick, we got a call we want to take. Mr. Smith.
Sure.
Mr. Smith gave us a call. Yes, I had him. I can see. Mr. Smith, you're on WVON.
Oh yeah. Hi, it's me. How you guys doing?
Fantastic. Good. What's on your mind?
Oh, just had to chat with you guys. Today is Thursday. I dropped in. Enjoyed the conversation, y'all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Smith. Wow, that's good.
Well, thank you so much.
Well, Reverend Leah Daughtry, can you give our listeners some call to action? How can they attend this event?
Go to our website. We are meeting at the Chicago Hilton.
Mm-hmm.
Go to our website. It's very easy. powerrising.org. powerrising.org. And you can still get register and get the whole package, which includes your meals, if you want to do that. But on Sunday and Saturday, the Lieutenant Governor is speaking on Saturday, we will have some first come, first serve, free tickets. Doesn't come with food, it comes with a chair. So you can sit, you can listen, and you can be part of the conversation. That's first come, first serve. But go on our website, get the information so you can be in the room and be part of the Rooted and Rising conversation. Powerrising.org.
When you say in the room, where is this at?
This is the Chicago Hilton.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
And the information is the food. So that's what you're going to be feeding people.
I know that's right. Bring a lunch.
Yeah, exactly. Or listen, if you want to sit and buffet with everybody else, then, get the registration package. But if you just want to come and listen, we first come, first serve seating.
Love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on and opening up our eyes to this great event. Ladies, don't forget, get out there and register. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the comments on Facebook too, so you can have it. Up next. All right. Thank you. All right, guys, we're going to go to news, traffic, and weather. As you know, it is time for the Legal Line with Ted London. Get your questions ready. We'll be right back.
Hope you're having a thriving Thursday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here's happening in your local and national news. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson gets a win after the full city council could not override his veto that unfreezes raises for tip workers. The result of the vote continues ongoing annual raises for waiters and other restaurant employees working for tips. The so-called One Fair Wage ordinance that implemented the raises passed in 2023. The measure is set to eliminate Chicago's sub-minimum wage by 2028 with 3 more annual July pay increases. In other news, Charlotte Hornets guard LaMelo Ball is being fined for his trip of Miami's Bam Adebayo during Tuesday night's play-in game. Ball was fined $35,000 for the incident and a foul upgraded to flagrant, as well as another $25,000 fine for cursing post-game. The Hornets edged the Heat 127-126 in overtime to advance to face the Orlando Magic. In other news, police are searching for a suspect after 2 teens were shot at a bus stop on Chicago's South Side, killing one of them. The deceased has been identified as 16-year-old Hyde Park Academy student Eric Billups. The other teen, a 16-year-old girl, is recovering from a gunshot wound to the leg. The shooting happened yesterday afternoon in the 6300 block of South Stony Island Avenue. Area 1 detectives are investigating. And actress Sydney Sweeney is teaming back up with American Eagle for a jean shorts ad. Mark Mayfield has details.
The new collaboration follows last fall's polarizing ad, which included the slogan, "Sydney Sweeney has great genes," which sparked accusations of racism and white supremacy. The new campaign is titled "Sid for Short, American Eagle Jean Shorts." And in the video, she asks, "What brand am I wearing?" before smirking and saying, "Yeah, that one." Sales will support the Crisis Text Line, which is a 24/7 mental health resource. I'm Mark Mayfield.
I'm Logan Page, and that's what's happening in your news now on WVON 1690 AM.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee.
Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most.
That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family is banking on bandwidth. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included.
Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi.
Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi, it would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
WVON birthday celebration continues on Saturday, April 18th at the City Winery. We host the legendary Regina Belle. That's right, Regina Belle is heading to Chicago for 2 shows at the City Winery, singing all of your favorites. This is your boy Maddie. Come join me. I'll be hosting both shows at 5 p.m. and 8:30. Don't miss R&B and jazz legend Regina Belle, Saturday, April 18th at the City Winery, 1200 West Randolph. Tickets are going fast. Get yours today, and happy birthday, WVON.
Thank you, WVON listeners. Because of you, both Regina Belle concerts at the City Winery are officially sold out.
Catch Reverend Al Sharpton online at WVON.com or on the WVON app. Just click the Al Sharpton banner. Tune in every day at 12 noon for your daily dose. And if you miss it, catch the overnight replay from midnight to 3 a.m. We're keeping it real with Al Sharpton on WVON 1690.
Reverend Al told you personally, keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The movement for repair is growing, from city halls to parliaments and around the world, from Chicago to Cape Town, from Evanston to the UN. I'm Robin Rousseau.
And I'm Cam Howard. Together we're bringing you Reparations Now, where we talk power, policy, and progress, local, national, and international.
It's about justice.
It's about repair. It's about time.
Reparations now, because justice cannot wait.
Reparations Now, Saturdays at 4 p.m. only on WVON 1690.
This report is brought to you by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals at $4, $6, and $8. Pick one new Biggie Deals you're craving. For a pretty Biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
WVON traffic and weather now.
Good Thursday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic update. In Ryan, downtown on 95th, stop and go traffic 29 minutes. I-57, Ryan, I-80, all is well, 15 minutes. Bishop Ford, Ryan, I-80, 94. Ongoing road work, an earlier accident is causing slow traffic, 18 minutes. Stevenson, DuSable, Lakeshore Drive to the Tri-State, stop and go traffic, 49 minutes. Eisenhower, Wolftoe Post Office, stop and go traffic, 46 minutes. Kennedy, downtown to O'Hare, bumper to bumper traffic, 59 minutes. At Eden to Montrose, Lake Cook, smooth sailing, 15 minutes. The weather for today, Chicago, spotty showers, high of 70 and a low of 48. Tomorrow, storms at night, high of 80 and a low of 48. It's currently 73 degrees and mostly cloudy. That's your traffic and weather update now. I'm Logan Page on the Talk Chicago WVON 1690 AM.
From the Xfinity Studios at WVON, it's Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray on Chicago's Essential Storyteller, 1690 WVON. It's time for the 3:30 Focus with Ted London, powered by the law offices of Ted London and Associates.
We are back on the afternoon show. It is 3:39. I feel like I should be driving down Lakeshore Drive in a drop top, listening to this music brought to us by our good friend and partner, Attorney Ted London. It is time for the Legal Line, guys. How you doing, Attorney London? And welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Well, Atiba, Mr. Donna, thank you for having me again. As always, it's such a pleasure and a privilege to join you guys on the Legal Line every Thursday at 3:30. I can't thank you guys enough for allowing me to do this every week. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's Miss Mesa. If my ears do not deceive me.
You know what? You have a trained ear indeed, Mr. Tiba. That is Incognito. And of course, Mesa is the lead singer for Incognito. This is a terrific tune called Just One of Those Things.
Yes.
Sometimes that's the only way you can explain some things is it's just one of those things. Today is that kind of day for me today. I'll tell you about that in a second. But before we get started, I want to say hello to my wonderful wife, Kelly, who is, she supports me in our office here. So thank you to Kelly, and really good afternoon to all of the loyal listeners who tune in to WVON and happen to hear the Legal Line on Thursday. I know more than just about anyone that the listeners of WVON are loyal, they are attentive, and I just want to thank you all for your attention and for tuning in day after day, week after week. We all appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
A couple of announcements before we get into our show. I'd like to take a moment to thank Mayor Jada Curry of Linwood for hosting my office last night at the Linwood Library for an estate planning seminar. As always, the turnout in Linwood was at capacity, about 50 people or so in the library there. And so to all of those who attended last night, we just want to thank you for coming out and hearing some information. We were able to share a lot of information with those who attended, and we also had quite a few laughs as well. Whenever we go to these events, we actually have quite a bit of fun. It's not a boring monologue, a lot of fun, a lot of laughter, and a lot of great information. So to Mayor Curry and those who attended in Linwood last night, thank you very much. I do have another event coming up on April 25th. That's going to be at the Greater Chatham Home Expo. And again, that's April 25th. It's Saturday. It's going to be from 11 to 2 o'clock at Thule Park. And that's going to be an expo where you're going to get to hear some information about home improvements, property tax relief, utility assistance, home buying initiatives. There are going to be some government agencies there. We're going to share some information about estate planning. So if you have a home, if you're buying a home, if you need some home improvements, if you want to get some information about property tax relief, like we all do, this is going to be a great place to come. Greater Chatham Home Expo 2026. I'd like to thank Mr. Eli Washington for inviting me to this event. We're invited there every year. Mr. Washington invites us there every year. We're so grateful for that. We have a lot of fun when we're there as well. So, I want to move on to our Tales from the Law Office. And this is really one of the most heartbreaking and devastating tales I've had to share with the listeners. On Monday night, Kelly and I were watching the 10 o'clock news, as we normally do, Channel 7, and we saw the story where a 10-year-old boy lost his life in a fire. Atiba, LaDonna, did you guys see that story at all by chance?
I did see the story, yep.
And so, again, Kelly and I were heartbroken for the family. 10-year-old boy lost his life. 18-year-old boy with cerebral palsy survived with serious injuries. Well, on Tuesday morning, I get into the office and I get a phone call from the father of the little boy that lost his life. And he wanted to know, could he and his wife come in? They needed some assistance. So they immediately had them come in. We were able to help them put together a funeral plan for their son, take care of some insurance information. We helped them with some property loss information. And we're also preparing to file a lawsuit against the phone battery charger company. The fire was initiated by a cell phone charger.
Yeah.
So we were able to put together a team of fire inspectors and experts and electrical experts that's going to go to the home, and they're going to do what they're trained to do to investigate the cause of the fire, which we already know what it is. And we're going to sue the phone charger company. I just want to just be listen, this was a great family, a mother and father, both professional people, working people, beautiful home, a tragic, tragic loss for the family, a tragic loss for our community. How the dad was inclined to call me was he hears me on WVON. And so he said, during the course of this whole tragedy, he said, I was the first person that he thought about. He called right away. We were able to help them right away. The family's as pleased as they can be with our service in light of the tragedy that surrounds them now. Just a sad, sad, sad story that happens to a great, great, great family. One of the reasons why I played the song that I just played is one of those things was because I can recall when Kelly's dad passed away in a car accident a number of years ago. And I can remember, of course, she was heartbroken. She is a daddy's girl for sure. Loved her dad. And, of course, devastated. And so I can recall her uncle, her dad's brother, just consoling her. And I can remember his words. He said, it's just one of those things. And so that's brought that song to mind because there's really not much you can really do about it. It's really just one of those horrible, devastating kind of things. But the good news is we're going to be able to help them, and they're pleased. You know what? We had another tragic story that came into our office today as well. Another lady came in today. She's 52 years old, been married to her husband for 20 years. They have 2 children, own some property. Property happens to be all in her husband's name. As it turned out, he has over $500,000 in his financial accounts. He goes to work a week or so ago, 52 years old, and passes away at work. Unexpectedly. 52 years old, goes to work, no health issues prior to that, nothing alarming, and passes away at work. Here's the tragedy of that is both the properties are in his name. He has quite a bit of money in his financial accounts, 401, IRAs, mutual funds at work. For whatever reason, he doesn't have named beneficiaries on those accounts. So now, of course, she's devastated by the loss, completely unexpected, and she has no access to his financial accounts, and the properties are not in her name. So now she's going to have to go through the probate process. Going to be somewhat complicated because some of the children, 2 of the children are minor children. That means they're going to get a portion of the property. She's going to have to open up a guardianship estate to manage their portion for them. The fees are going to be what they are, 4 to 7% of the value of the estate for the probate, plus the cost of the guardianship matters, all because they didn't do some estate planning and or he didn't have beneficiaries on his financial accounts, nor did he have the properties transferred in both of their names. Listen, anybody that's been married for 20 years, there's no reason for the property not to be in both of the spouse's names. I had another client in right before I came on. She's been married for 25 years. She came to do some estate planning. Even though the house is in her name, her husband's name is not on the deed. So we're going to put their property in a trust. We're going to add the husband's name to it. They're going to be co-owners. But there's no reason why folks should be married and after 20 years or more, one of the spouse's names are not on the deed. We see that time and time and time again, and it causes the one spouse to have to go through the probate process. And that's really what we want to avoid.
Absolutely. Can you add a person's name to the deed and not the mortgage, or does it have to be done both?
Well, you don't have to add anyone's name to the mortgage. In fact, you can't add anyone's name to the mortgage. You can add someone's name to the deed, and the mortgage would still stay in the originator's name. And even if that person whose name is on the mortgage passes away, well, the only thing you have to do is continue to pay that mortgage. That mortgage is not going to go in your name. It doesn't need to go into your name. You just need to continue to pay it. What needs to be in your name is the deed. And we see it so often where folks are married and or we see it just as often folks are in long-term relationships and they have been living together for sometimes decades. The property is only in one of their names. That person passed away. And then in this case, because they are not married, that person has no interest in the home at all. not going to be entitled to any of the financial accounts at all. And oftentimes they are just simply devastated.
And one more question. How can you find out if somebody's name is on the deed? Forgive my ignorance.
Well, you can always go to the Cook County Recorder of Deeds website. The Cook County Recorder of Deeds website. Or in fact, even if you're not in Cook County, you can go to the Recorder of Deeds website in your county. And you can either put in your address or the PIN number. And you can do a little research. It takes a little bit of effort, especially for those who aren't accustomed to doing this every day like we are in our office. But you can print up the deed. You can pull up the deed and see it online, and you can actually print a copy of your deed as well. It may be a nominal fee to print it, $3 or $4, but if you want a copy of your deed, you can go right to the Recorder of Deeds website in the county that you live in Chicago. That's Cook County. Put in your address, your PIN number, and it will come up.
All right, we've got a caller on line 1, Attorney London.
Let's take the call, please.
Hey, Miss Kay, you're on with Attorney Ted London.
Hello, good discussion. Would we have to come to an attorney's office if we don't own any property, but we own our vehicles? So if we own our vehicles and someone passes away, does it automatically go to someone, or can you just go to the recorder's office and record that?
Well, if you own a vehicle and the vehicle is paid for and you have the title to the vehicle, I advise my clients typically to sign the title to the vehicle where it says signature of seller. And then at the appropriate time, whoever's going to be entitled to the vehicle will just sign where it says buyer, take it to the Secretary of State's office to record it, and then they'll get the car transferred in their name very easily. If someone has passed away and the car's paid off, but they did not sign the title, the Secretary of State's office has a document that you can get online. It's called a small estate affidavit. It's a form that you can fill out. You'll submit it to the Secretary of State's office with a death certificate, and then they will transfer the car in your name very easily as well. If there is a car, someone's passed away, and there is still a note on the car, well, you cannot get that car transferred unless the finance company transfers, in this case, the note into your name. And then you would still have to wait until the car was paid off before you got the car transferred your name. But if you have the car that's paid off, you have the title to it, sign it. If someone has passed away and they didn't sign the title, but the car is paid off, in fact, you can just go to the Secretary of State's website, print out what's called a small estate affidavit, fill it out, take it to the Secretary of State's office, and then they will get the car transferred in your name very easily.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Attorney London. I do want to remind the listeners that we got a good amount of time left. It's a solid 8 minutes left. 773-591-1690. You hear the expertise. You've got questions that have been nagging you. Go ahead and get them answered right now. 773-591-1690. We'd love to hear from you.
I want to tell you about another Tales from the Law office that we encountered recently. A lady came into our office for a consultation, and she told me that she hadn't spoken with her mom in over 40 years. She was an only child. She hadn't spoken to her mom in over 40 years. Her mom passed away about 5 years ago. For whatever reason, the court had appointed an administrator to the estate, and it took the administrator 5 years to find the daughter. The daughter was entitled to close to $2 million in assets from her mom. And she came into my office because, again, she wanted to contest the lawyer's fees. She thought the fees were too high. Now, this is a lady, I thought the nerve of her. This is a lady who hadn't spoken to her mother in 40 years. She's getting close to $2 million. And then she's contesting these lawyers' fees, who've been working on this case for 5 years, trying to find her to pay her out the money. So when we broke down the fees, it was a very reasonable fee, even though the dollar value was high, but the fees were reasonable in terms of the amount of time he spent on the case, 5+ years locating her. The fees were reasonable. When we broke it down, she agreed the fees were reasonable. But here's a question I have to the listeners. Would Atiba and LaDonna, this is for you two as well. Would you want your children to get your money if you hadn't spoken to them in 40 years?
It depends. I don't think there's a wrong way to handle it. I think even if you hadn't spoken to the child for whatever the reason, as a parent, love is all you have left. And I think that it's a great gesture of love if you do that. But again, that's a personal decision. I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Please forgive me for this, Atiba. The mother did not leave the daughter the resources. The daughter was entitled to the resources by way of default because the mother did not have any estate planning. So the mother didn't have a trust or a will directing the funds to her daughter. She didn't have anything at all. And so the daughter was the one that was entitled to it. So they did find her, and she did receive the money. But I was wondering, LaDonna, what's your thoughts? If you hadn't spoken to your children in 40 years, would you want them to get your hard-earned money? What's your thoughts?
It depends on my current situation. If I have remarried or if I'm with if I don't have any other circle that has been there to care for me, then yes, because it's still my children.
Child didn't care for the mom. She hadn't spoken to her mom in 40 years.
I'm not going to be convinced that my children don't deserve it anyway. They didn't ask to be here. We're not speaking. Okay, I'm gone. They can have it. That's how I would be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I did not ask her why she hadn't spoken with her mom. I didn't. That wasn't my business.
That's still her mother.
I want to help her with her dilemma. I still thought the nerve of her, she's getting all of this money and she wants to contest the lawyer who took the time, his resources and energy to find her, to distribute the money to her. And
here's my question. Is she going to pay you?
Well, you know what? We're grateful for the consultation fee that we earned. And she did the consultation fee. But I think once she left here, she was pleased to know that the fees were reasonable. And when we broke it down to her, the fees were clearly reasonable. She said, I didn't look at it from that perspective. And so she was pleased. Yes.
We got another call on line 1, Attorney London.
Yes.
Hi, Ms. Jackson. You're on with Attorney Ted London and the legal line.
Hi, Attorney Ted London. I have a question for you. So I have a cousin that has cancer, and she's trying to get all her personal items in order. So we are working with a lawyer, and she has a building in the city of Chicago. So the way we were going to structure it is a nephew was going to go on the deed, and then her best friend was going to be the second person. I'm going to be the third person. And what the best friend and me are going to do is be over the finances. So say, for instance, the building needed some maintenance. I'm sorry. She and I, along with him, would have to agree what can be done to the building to keep it, functioning, per se. Does that make sense? That the other two of us, the friend and I, are going to be woven into this trust, because there's only going to be one person on the deed. That's the nephew.
Well, it's a good call, Ms. Jackson. It's kind of a confusing call, because if you have someone's name on the deed, which I'm typically against adding anyone's name to the deed, but if she adds her nephew's name to the deed, he owns the property. You're not going to have any interest, any say in what happens to the property at all. So really what should be...
What about the... Okay, and we were going to be put on this account, which only has $50,000 in it. So the best friend and me were going to be in charge of the money.
Here's what should really be happening, Ms. Jackson.
Okay.
Your friend should be setting up what's called a living trust. And she should be transferring her property and her financial accounts into the living trust. And then she's going to outline who's going to manage it and who's going to be entitled to it. And she can document all of that and memorialize all that in her living trust. If she's going to add someone's name to the deed and add someone's name to her bank account, that is not the proper way to be structuring this. Because if you add someone's name to the bank accounts, they're entitled to all of the money and they don't have to do anything with it that she wants them to do. If she adds her nephew's name to the property, you're not going to have any interest or say so in terms of what happens to that property. It should be in a living trust. She gets to name who's going to control it after her and what's going to happen to it. The same with her financial accounts. They should be in a living trust. What you just explained is what they call, LaDonna, a hot mess.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That is
it sounded like it.
Yeah. That is not an efficient way to be managing her affairs. And any lawyer that we even allow that, authorize that, or even facilitate it. Yuck.
We lost that call, Attorney London, but we do have another. Jamie is on the line. Jamie, you're on with Attorney London.
Yes, hello.
Hi,
Yes,
Jamie.
you're live.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me cut the radio off. Give me 1 second. Yes, I will buy some property, and I put my earnest money down, but the deal fell through, and the other seller attorney don't want to return my earnest money. My attorney talked to them, but they still don't want to return my earnest money.
Why did the deal fall through?
Well, where I bought the condo, so it was in a flood zone, and I didn't know at the time, but I already put my earnest money down. Plus, I had inspection done, but I'm not concerned about the inspection right now. Trying to get my earnest money back.
You're going to get your earnest money back. I don't know what the delay is, but what you've been in this industry. Why would he not be entitled to his earnest money returned?
The only reason that the attorney would likely do that is if, according to their perception, you bagged out of the deal for reasons that were less than agreed upon. So if something happened with the property and the deal just could not move forward, irrespective of the buyer, they're going to very easily return that money. If they have the perception that, everything on their end was what it was, that they delivered everything that they were supposed to deliver, but for you changing your mind, then yeah, that might be contested.
And one other quick question,
right? Yeah.
Jamie, were you approved for your loan, or was that going to be a cash deal?
Well, no. Well, right. I was approved, but what happened was, like I said, when the flood zone, so quite naturally, the bank wasn't going to, once they found out when the flood zone, they weren't going to put up the money.
Oh.
So I did kind of drag my feet for a little while. I didn't jump right on it trying to get my money back. But I still think I should be entitled to my earnest money.
You're going to be entitled to get your money back. I don't know what the issue is with the lawyer, especially if the bank denied the loan. You should get your money back right away.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Zach.
Thank you, Mr. Jamie. We're over the hour, Attorney London. Any final thoughts?
Well, you know what, folks? Just be careful out there. Be mindful of your cell phone chargers. Don't put them on your sofas. Don't leave them plugged in unattended. Men, make sure you're getting your checkups and your colonoscopies or your health screenings and all those things. It's important to But we're so grateful that you are healthy, you look good, and we're happy for you.
Thank you, sir. Until next week.
Indeed. Thanks, LaDonna.
Bye-bye.
All right.
All right, guys, it's time for Relationship Thursday, but we're going to go to news, traffic, and weather first. We'll be right back.
Happy Thursday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here are your news headlines. Chicago Sky introduces new talent to media. More young men say religion is important. J. Cole ends China basketball stint early, and Lundberg White Rice has nationwide recall. National news from the Black Information Network is up next on Chicago's only urban talk radio station, WVON 1690 AM, Berwyn, Chicago.
BIN News Now.
President Trump says Iran wants to make a deal and that an agreement could happen quickly.
We've got to have no nuclear weapons. And if we do, that's a big factor.
Speaking outside of the White House, he said Iran is now willing to do things it was not willing to do 2 months ago. Trump also pointed to a possible peace deal between Israel and Lebanon after announcing a 10-day ceasefire. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. clashed with Black Congresswoman Terry Sewell at a House hearing Thursday over past remarks about Black children. Sewell pressed Kennedy on comments about Black kids being over-medicated and needing to be, quote, reparented, end quote, but Kennedy denied it and accused her of lying. And Black Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott is celebrating legislative wins for the city after the 2026 General Assembly session. He says the measures will help reduce vacancies, boost downtown investment, strengthen public safety, and target traffic violations involving out-of-state tags. Scott also thanked Black Governor Wes Moore and Baltimore's lawmakers for supporting the city. I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Back to you, Doug.
All right. Thanks and happy Thursday and good afternoon. Tragic news out of the DMV. Former Virginia Lieutenant Governor, African-American Justin Fairfax and his wife Serena were found dead early this morning at their home in Annandale. Fairfax County Police Chief Ken Davis spoke to the media this morning about the likely cause surrounding the crime.
This has been an ongoing domestic dispute surrounding what seems to be a complicated or messy divorce. Former Lieutenant Governor Fairfax was recently served some paperwork associated with an upcoming court proceeding. Both of their children, teenagers, the boys older than the girl, were in the house when it happened.
Davis said one of the children called 911 just after midnight. Police confirmed the couple was in the middle of a messy divorce and that the two were separated but still living in the same home with their kids. Fairfax was seen as a rising star of the Democratic Party, but fell from grace after sexual assault allegations in 2019 stopped his run for governor. Meanwhile, the 4 Artemis II astronaut crew members held their first major news conference after their flight around the moon today at Johns Space Center in Houston. Pilot African-American Victor Glover, the first Black astronaut to orbit the moon, spoke about the journey and how he's managing through all the fanfare he's receiving.
I just was trying to live in a little hole for 1 week. I've been off social media, not on the news, but, my kids have made it pretty clear, my neighbors, and, it's hard to live in a bubble nowadays. I'm trying very hard. But what I've come to realize is we did what we said we were going to do. Yep. And now we've got to step out and just face that reality.
The mission was launched on April 1st and returned from their 10-day mission last week. Victor's role in it all is major for Black Americans. The impact our kids are feeling seeing this Black man orbiting the moon is immeasurable. And finally, this year's North Carolina A&T's graduation ceremonies will feature 2 extraordinary Black women, Queen Latifah and Dr. Nia Banks, each representing different paths to excellence, will share their stories of success. Banks, who graduated from the HBCU in 1995, is a plastic and craniofacial surgeon. She'll deliver the keynote at the Friday, May 8th graduate ceremony, while acclaimed actress and hip-hop icon Queen Latifah will speak at both undergrad ceremonies on Saturday. Queen Latifah made history in 2006 as the first hip-hop artist to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Stay connected and subscribe and follow BIN News this hour wherever you get your podcasts. And I'm Doug Davis for the Black Information Network. Have a great Thursday. Keep your head on the swivel. If you see something, say something. And of course, stay safe out there.
WVON turned 63 years young in April, and we're celebrating all month long.
Well, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Ooh-wee.
Join us for WVON Night at the Black Ensemble Theater on Friday, April 24th for the return of the award-winning play, The Jackie Wilson Story. This electrifying production will have you singing and dancing in the aisles as the Black Ensemble brings this musical legend to life. His voice, his moves, his music, it changed everything from Jackie Wilson's Lonely Teardrops to Higher and Higher. It's more than a musical. It's a theatrical experience. Join the afternoon show's personalities, that be me, Atiba Buchanan, and LaDonna Ray, as we host WVON Night at the Black Ensemble Theater, 4450 North Clark, Friday, April 24th.
Get your tickets now at blackensembletheater.org or click the Black Ensemble banner at WVON.com.
WVON is 63 and still having fun.
I've tried everything to stand out at work. Donuts, a company coffee blend, even dressed as the company mascot for Halloween.
There's an easier way, a ComEd facility assessment. Their engineer gave my company free insights and actions that saved us $732,000 on energy. Easy, right?
Learn how ComEd can help you save at ComEd.com/facility assessment. ComEd, powering lives. Savings will vary based on customers' usage and rate.
Illinois politicians did it again. They secretly tucked bad policy into the budget. Now, guess who pays the price? Servers, drivers, stylists, workers who depend on tips. Unless Springfield fixes this mistake, your credit and debit cards may not work to pay sales tax or tips, starting July 1st. Tell Springfield, stop the credit card chaos law. Learn more at guardyourcard.com/Illinois, paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it'd go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
CTA is coming to WVON. Sundays, 7 p.m., not the train. Call to action with your host, Randria. When life has you at a stop, he'll pick you up and help you find out where you're going and the best connections to get you there. Take the ride every Sunday at 7 p.m. with your host, Randria. The next stop might be yours.
This report is brought to you by ComEd, powering lives. Here's a great savings idea. Did you know you've got the power to manage your energy? Yep, from usage alerts to energy saving programs and more. ComEd has all kinds of ideas to help you gain control over your energy saving costs. Find out more at ComEd.com/energy savings.
WVON traffic and weather now.
Good Thursday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic update. In Ryan, downtown on 95th, stop and go traffic 35 minutes. I-57 Ryan to I-80, stop and go traffic 14 minutes. Bishop Ford Ryan to I-80 94. Please be cautious. There is ongoing road work and an earlier accident. 20 minutes. Stevenson to Sabo Lakeshore Drive to the Tri-State. Bumper to bumper traffic, 45 minutes. Eisenhower Wolf to Post Office, stop and go traffic, 56 minutes. Kennedy downtown to O'Hare, stop and go traffic, 57 minutes. And Eden's Montrose Lake Cook, smooth sailing, 14 minutes. Your weather for today, Chicago, spotty showers, high of 70 and a low 48. Tomorrow, storms at night, high of 80 and a low of 48. It's currently 73 degrees and mostly cloudy. That's your traffic and weather update now. I'm Logan Page on the Talk Chicago WVON 1690 AM.
From the Xfinity Studios at WVON, it's Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray on Chicago's Essential Storyteller, 1690 WVON.
It's Relationship Thursdays on your afternoon right. Atiba, LaDonna Ray, Cheryl, Grace by your side. Black love, real talk, no hiding, no shade. We're navigating commit on double one way. From how do we heal, to how do we stay, boundaries and build, and the words we say, from dating to vow, conflict to grace. We bring the tools to keep love in its place. Dial 773-591-1690. Let your story flow. Relationship Thursdays, where love skills grow.
All right. Welcome back, guys. That wasn't too bad. WVON 1690. You know, just to remind you guys, the event with which one is sold out? There's one that's sold out. Regina Belle sold out both days. I'm hearing that this went fast. But guess what? Atiba and I are hosting together the Jackie Wilson story at the Black Ensemble Theater on the 24th of April.
Next Friday.
That is next Friday. And we're super excited. I'm still not telling you what I'm wearing, Atiba, but we want to sell out too. Guys, make sure you go to our website, go to WVON.com and go to events, or you'll see it in the header.
There's a banner, right?
There's a banner, right? So, or you can go to events and look for our event to go ahead and attend, join us. And then the next day on the 25th, you guys can register for the Chicago Read-In with Cleopatra Draper, which is free. Bring the family. So, date night on Friday, family night or afternoon on Saturday.
That's it. Listen, guys, I talked to Pierre Cooper, our director of sales here, and he was just telling me, this production is coming back to Chicago, right? It's been here before. And he said it is life-changing. That's not me trying to sell tickets. That's me trying to give you guys a fair warning that this is not something you just want to overlook. And additionally, I've gone to many productions at the Black Ensemble Theater, and everything that they do is top tier. They have like a kind of cadre of actors and singers that they use.
Yeah.
And these people, they are so talented. and they never disappoint. So I'm looking forward to seeing this production. I'm looking forward to meeting and greeting so many of you. The theater is just big enough to host enough people, but just small enough that you'll be able to put your hands on us, and we're gonna have a good time.
I know. I'm so excited. And it's much funny you mentioned Pierre's name because today just happens to be Record Store Day. And as you know, historically, he is a legend in this city.
That's right.
Because of his father and Coop's Records.
That's right. That's right. All right. So we got to get to Relationship Thursday, and we want to say hello to our esteemed co-host for the conversation, Miss Cheryl Grace of Powerful Penny. Good afternoon, Miss Grace.
Hello, my favorite people to talk to every week, whether y'all like it or not.
Good today. You sound good today. We love that. We love that. So we got a good topic. This one hits home for me and LaDonna.
You are so funny. So funny. We
got jokes today. I love it.
This one really hits home for me and LaDonna. I'm gonna let LaDonna talk about it.
Look, now you got to go ahead and get uncomfortable just because it's hot in here. We already uncomfortable, but I want you guys to think about something that you may have been confronted with or you may have been involved with. You got a work husband, a work wife, somebody you eat lunch with, vent to, laugh with, text all day, and then go home like nothing happened. Well, the question is, when you are actually married, is that harmless? Is it harmless to have a work husband or a work wife? Now, it's funny you say that we have that issue, but we kind of sort of don't. What happens is people try to put us together. They always say, y'all should be a couple. And we're like, no, but we do communicate about work and consistently. Now, I have often seen where work wives and work husbands fulfill that emotional lack exactly of what you're not getting
only
at
a work
home.
Husband could finish your sentence like that.
You know what, work cousin, you're gonna get me in trouble. I'm trying to draw a line here, but they fulfill that void, and because they do, you often feel totally connected to them. Shapira, I went ahead and sent you this clip, and I want to share it with our audience. So if you can go ahead and play that, and then we'll set it up that way. I just did. She said she should have told her ahead of time. I said I just did.
Well, it's okay because it's 4:16, and what we can do, we can just justify by going to break a touch early.
We'll do that.
Let's do that, and then we'll have the clip ready on the other side and get into this conversation. 773-591-1690. Is it okay for married folk to have a work husband or no, work,
that's another show.
A work spouse? But we're gonna leave it there. We want to hear from you. We'll be right back.
More from Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray coming up on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Hello, Chicago. This is City Clerk Anna Valencia, and I'm excited to share that Amnesty Month is back. From April 1st through April 30th, you can purchase your Chicago City sticker without late fees or back charges. There are 3 ways to get your city sticker during Amnesty April. 1, visit any office of the city clerk or Department of Finance location. 2, come see us at one of our 3 Saturday mobile city halls, and you'll get your city key too. 3, visit shycityclerk.com to purchase online. We'll see you soon.
Catch Reverend Al Sharpton online at WVON.com or on the WVON app. Just click the Al Sharpton banner. Tune in every day at 12 noon for your daily dose. And if you miss it, catch the overnight replay from midnight to 3 a.m. We're keeping it real with Al Sharpton on WVON 1690.
Reverend Al told you personally, keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.
Experience the power, passion, and breathtaking athleticism of Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater live at the Auditorium April 24th through the 26th under the direction of newly appointed artistic director Alicia Graff Mack. 1 legendary dance company, 2 unforgettable programs, 3 spectacular days, and 4 incredible performances. From powerful storytelling to electrifying movement, enjoy Ailey's 5 Chicago premieres, contemporary favorites, and beloved masterpieces. Tickets are on sale now at auditoriumtheater.org. Secure your seats today.
time is up. The IRS is in full collection mode for 2025, issuing liens, levies, and garnishments to anyone who has a past tax debt or unfiled tax returns. Don't wait till it's too late. Your paycheck and bank accounts are at risk of being seized. Call now and stop the collection process today. If you're living check to check, no matter how much you're making, you still may qualify for the Fresh Start programs offered by the IRS to reduce or even eliminate your tax debt. It's just a 5-minute call to get your options, and it's free. If you owe back taxes, have years of unfiled tax returns, under audit, have a wage or bank levy, or finally just want to sleep better, business or personal, call the experts at Republic Tax Relief while there's still time. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and tough. This veteran-owned company has the fight you need to take on the IRS. Don't go at it alone. The call is free. Call their hotline number now, 800-259-4546. That's 800-259-4546. Find out if you qualify today. Call 800-259-4546 or go to republictaxrelief.com.
Have you checked out WVON's digital streaming network, Bond TV? It's everywhere on Roku, Apple TV Plus, Amazon Fire, on the WVON app, and at VON.TV. Bond TV, it's cultural content on purpose.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
WVON traffic and weather now.
Good Thursday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic update. And Ryan, downtown the 95th, stop and go traffic 34 minutes. I-57, Ryan to I-80, no delays, 15 minutes. Bishop Ford, Ryan to I-80, 94, stop and go traffic due to ongoing road work and an earlier accident, 20 minutes. Stevenson to South Lakeshore Drive to the Tri-State, stop and go traffic, 45 minutes. Eisenhower, Wolf to Post Office, bumper to bumper traffic, 59 minutes. Kennedy downtown to O'Hare, stop and go traffic, 55 minutes. And Eden's Montrose Lake Cook, smooth sailing, 15 minutes. Weather for today, Chicago, spotty showers, high of 70 and a low 48. Tomorrow, storms at night, high of 80 and a low of 48. It's currently 73 degrees and mostly cloudy. That's your traffic and weather update now. I'm Logan Page on the Talk Chicago, WVON 1690 AM.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Face, chubby waist, thick legs in shape, rump shaking both ways, make you do a double take.
Welcome back. Relationship Thursday with Atiba Buchanan, LaDonna Ray, and of course, Powerful Penny founder Cheryl Grace. We're going to go ahead and set this clip up for you guys so you can hear what we're talking about.
How do you feel about work husband, work wives? If you're in a relationship, having a work husband or a work wife?
You know, I feel like you shouldn't do it. It's dangerous. Like, we play about it a lot, but it's dangerous. And it goes back to what I was just saying previously. You can be, and this is, I'm going to equate it to a regular person's 8 hours. You can be around a person 8 hours a day that is not your spouse and go home and don't even get 8 minutes of quality time with your spouse. And that over years and years and years and years. And so if you do not have that line and you don't keep that line, it will eat at your ability to see what's inappropriate and what's not. And then again, that person you start confiding in, telling your relationship problems to, because that's what people do at work. And then now you get a leeway in. That person gets a leeway. Like, damn, if I was, and then that's when it starts. So I would.
All right. I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Miss Grace, you want to give your opening thoughts to what we just heard in this conversation?
I absolutely do. You know, so when you strip away the cute label, like work spouse, what you're usually talking about is somebody who has emotional proximity to you. There is consistency to the time that you all spend together. And then there's also the shared experience. And so that combination can either stay healthy, or like the person in the clip, it can slide real fast. He kind of referenced that because, this is a person that you're confiding in most during the workday. It's the one who understands your stress, and they get you because they're there with you. And that's unfortunately not something that your spouse has on their side. So you have to balance making sure your spouse feels included, your real spouse feels included and connected to your day, so that that relationship, which could start innocently, doesn't turn into something else.
Oh, LaDonna Ray.
Look, I'm going to tell you something. If he come home talking about whatever her name is more than twice, I'm coming to work at his job. That's it. I'm territorial. I can't handle it.
So you think it's inappropriate?
You don't come home and talk about say Atiba's name more than twice a day, LaDonna.
I don't talk about Atiba when I get home.
You don't mention his name more than twice.
Right. We know she not telling the truth, don't we?
We know she's not
we
telling
know
the truth.
she not telling the truth.
Come on.
If you just recap the day, there's no way.
I just talk about the show. I talk about what?
I only see you guys once a week, and I say y'all's names more than.
Tell it, Cheryl.
You know what? No, but to be honest, yeah, I do talk about Atiba when I get home. But I talk about him on a level of what we did today, as far as working, as far as the show, as far as him getting on my nerves, because he get on my nerves in real life.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have the capacity to date someone that is accusatory either, because I am very social, and I've been in situations in relationships where they were uncomfortable with me working with men
and working the room, or and that's what you got to do.
Exactly. And I remember dating a guy that was a producer that knows the gamut of the industry, and he had the biggest problem with me working at a radio station long ago.
He was projecting.
Yes.
And he was. And sometimes, LaDonna, it is the most visible, most high-ranking people who have the most discomfort with women working closely with men. Probably because, like you said, they're what was the word you just used, Atiba?
Projecting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say this, guys, and I'm gonna use me and LaDonna as an example.
Oh gosh.
As far as like you talking to your guy,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your spouse has an internal something.
Yeah, spidey senses.
You can tell when your spouse is
That's
talking
the technical term for it, spidey senses.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's something, and I'm talking about a regular, reasonable person, not somebody who is innately or intrinsically jealous. But if you are just a regular person, you can tell the difference between someone, mentioning their work situation and how they talk about that person, and may be the same person every day, versus when they're talking about them and there's a gleam in their eye.
Well,
or there's
you're
there's
absolutely
a sweetness
right.
you can
or they don't finish the whole name. Yeah, when if they cut it off too soon, look, I pay attention to patterns. If you don't finish that person's name, or you try to just throw it in there, something's up.
So I'm saying all that to say, your guy is likely very comfortable.
He is,
because he, like, in the way that you speak about me, he can tell that's not what it is.
Yeah, just crap all over you when I get home.
What you do it here. So
but listen, even the whole crapping all over, right? Like, oh my gosh, I just can't stand him, and da da da.
Right. It's
People
usually
think
the opposite.
that the opposite of love is hate. That is not the opposite.
Right.
Because hate is still a very, very strong emotion.
There's a thin line.
There's a thin line. Love that movie. One of my favorite movies, Thin Line Between Love and Hate. But so if you consider that, it's not even if you come home talking about Atiba in a negative way all the time. If you are just focused on talking about him all the time, negatively or positively, it could be a problem.
Like, I'm totally proud of what he did, or constantly praising his efforts, or overly noticing the good things or the great things that he's done. I mean, that can make a person.
And if if your partner juxtaposes that to how you talk about them.
Yeah.
So the minute you say something about whatever, and they're thinking, I don't remember her saying no crap like that. I almost cussed.
Exactly.
She don't say that about me.
You were proud of me.
Right.
And that's, and so again,
I'm just so grateful.
Right.
That,
like, what?
So, yeah, I know.
Who was she talking about? I didn't even know that side of you existed.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, good. Let's get to these phone lines. We got to go to break. Art, thank you for calling.
Hey, Art.
Hey, what's going on, young people? How are you?
Pretty good, brother. Thank you.
Real quick, it's downright disrespectful. Period, point blank. There is no thin line. Because as your husband, I put all the work, the effort, and go through all the pain. Then you go back to a nigga, excuse my language, and you want to go back, and you want to sit there, and he gonna get the best side of you, and vice versa. You supposed to be my wife, and I'm going back to another woman talking about this and that and this and that. There is no excuse. Most men, real men, I'm gonna use a real men, not boys or male. We don't want to hear about no other male. We're not interested in that. If you got that kind of interest in him, then maybe you should be over there or her, because I have no interest in knowing about who my girlfriend, wife, or whatever dated, how he was. I don't want to hear none of that.
Let me just ask you a quick question, Art. I just want to understand, make sure I understand you. If your wife comes home and in her retelling of her day, how was your day? And she had, and she worked with this person. Are you saying the part about the day that dealt with another guy, she shouldn't say it?
Redacted.
Or like, what are you saying there?
I have no interest for you to talk to me about the person, especially this is somebody you work with and you consistently, this is somebody you work with all the time. I'm not talking about your general, through your day you have events. That's just the normal. But if I know you and him across the desk and this is somebody you in proximity to, and this is someone you are constantly involved with, that's going to create a problem.
Yeah.
And the downright, you're correct. At the end of the day, most women going to vent, most men, and this is why I say it's really hard for males and females to be friends, because in most cases, the woman you talking to is the woman you really wanted to be with. Either she rejected you or she keeping you on the side. So in most cases, we already know there's some type of game involved in it. So especially if you're in a relationship, you should keep that aside. If you want to be single, just be single, and you can see and date wherever you want to date. And you don't have to worry about it. But when you're in a committed relationship or marriage, those things should just end, because it doesn't make any sense. May God bless.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate
he didn't
that.
say focus on the black family with that comment.
Yeah,
he had a whole different vibe.
I got some thoughts on what he said. Not that I disagree with him. I just want to add to it. Listen, guys, it's 4:30. So we got to check in with Miss Logan to find out what is in the news. Jay, Tommy, don't you dare move. Your calls on the other side, 773-591-1690, Atiba, LaDonna, Ray, and Cheryl.
Chicago and Daniel Burnham once said, make no small plans. So the Obamas didn't. The Obama Presidential Center opening Juneteenth weekend. Chicago is more than history. It's Black history. We're WVON.
Tuned in to your favorite WVON personalities on Facebook Live? Don't just watch, like it, love it, share it. Every click helps us grow the conversation and keep the community strong. So remember, like it, love it, share it, Chicago.
It's Gospel with Pam Morris Walton, your gospel sister, on WVON Sundays, 11 to 2 p.m. Music to help you on your journey. I'll see you there, WVON.
Vine TV's Friday Night of Premieres wraps up Friday, April 17th, and we are going out strong with a powerful short film showcase you don't want to miss. Featuring Finger Food, Chicago Guide, What Say You, and RIP t-shirts.
I fear for myself as being African American. Am I going to be safe going to school, coming home from school? I just hope this world get better, because this world is crazy.
4 films, 4 perspectives, 1 unforgettable night. Thought-provoking stories, moments that make you laugh, reflect, and see things differently, this is where creativity meets culture. Don't miss the grand finale of Friday Night of Premieres this Friday, April 17th. And tune in all day Monday, April 20th for your opportunity to call in and join the conversation. Vaughn TV available on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV Plus, the WVON app, or online at VON.TV. Vaughn TV, for the culture, by the culture.
WVON birthday celebration continues on Saturday, April 18th at the City Winery as we host the legendary Regina Belle. That's right, Regina Belle is heading to Chicago for 2 shows at the City Winery, singing all of your favorites. This is your boy Maddie. Come join me. I'll be hosting both shows at 5 p.m. and 8:30. Don't miss R&B and jazz legend Regina Belle, Saturday, April 18th at the City Winery, 1200 West Randolph. Tickets are going fast. Get yours today, and happy birthday, WVON.
Thank you, WVON listeners. Because of you, both Regina Belle concerts at the City Winery are officially sold out.
It's time to focus with Robert McKay. Quality conversation, protecting, preserving, and preparing our past, present, and future. Sunday evenings at 4 p.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON. Maria Pappas with Black Houses Matter.
We're up to way over 400 million here. Yeah, giving money back. How about that? People in Bellwood got 10 million, Broadview 6 million, Burnham 3 million, South Holland 17 million. The city of Chicago's up to $190 million that we have given back to African Americans. Who does that? Nobody does that but WVON.
Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas with Black Houses Matter, Monday mornings at 11:30 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
This report is brought to you by Summit Racing Equipment. It's car care month, and Summit Racing has what you need for bumper-to-bumper care. Revive the interior, exterior, under the hood, and more. Shop summitracing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an offer of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends May 3rd, 2026.
Hope you're having a thriving Thursday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here's what's happening in your local and national news. The Chicago Sky introduced several new players, including top draft pick Gabriela Jaquez, who expressed excitement about the team's vision. Veteran All-Star Skylar Diggins-Smith, along with Rakia Jackson and J.C. Sheldon, were also presented to the media. Training camp begins Sunday with a preseason home opener set for April 29th at Wintrust Arena. The Sky will face Angel Reese and the Atlanta Dream. In other news, a new Gallup poll shows a rise in young U.S. men who say religion is very important in their lives. 43% of men under 30 now say religion is central to them, up from 28% in 2023. Overall, fewer Americans say religion is very important, and religious affiliation continues to decline. Church attendance has also dropped, reflecting broader shifts in religious engagement. Another news, a certain white rice is being recalled. Lundberg Family Farms has recalled organic jasmine rice because the company says there is possibility of a foreign material being present. The recall impacts about 4,500 2-pound bags sold at grocery stores around the nation. So far, there are no illnesses reported.
I'ma paint it how I want it. Because there is no right or wrong, only a song.
And J. Cole is cutting his time in the Chinese Basketball Association short due to visa delays. He said the work visa process took longer than expected, limiting him to just one game with the Nanjing Monkey Kings. Cole had originally planned to play in 3 games. This marks his 3rd stint playing in an international basketball league. I'm Logan Page, and that's what's happening in your news now on WVON 1690 AM.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
I do my head toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Head toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Woo, child, tired of the
All right. Welcome back. Relationship Thursday. We're talking about, well, actually, we have Powerful Pennies, Cheryl Grace on the line with us. And we're talking about, is it okay? Do you think it's all right to have a work spouse? And Cheryl, we're getting a little bit of bite on the phone lines. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the next caller. We got Jay that's been holding, and we want to thank you for that. Jay, what you say about work husband, work wives? Is it okay?
It could be fun, if you're joking with each other, and that helps the day go by, every day go by. But when they start asking you to go home with them, or they want to go home with you, first of all, you need to be honest with them and just, not be honest, be dishonest. Say, I got something to do right now. And then start talking about the person you involved with. That might make them not so interested in you anymore. Or talk about an ex.
Okay.
Start talking about some negative stuff. And that may shake them off of you a little bit.
Jay, are you a straightforward type of guy?
No, I like to BS a lot.
You like to beat around? That's what it sounds like. Okay, thanks, Jay. That's what I was thinking.
It took him a long time to answer that.
I'm like, just tell them no. No still works, even at work.
I wanted to add something. Well, this came to my mind as Art was speaking about, just his thoughts. I think one of the reasons that a work spouse becomes so alluring, because we got to talk about why is it alluring in the first place?
And what is it? You may have to define what it is.
Well, I think we've defined it pretty well, but I think part of the reason it's so attractive to people, Cheryl, is that you get to be a version of yourself that you don't get to be with your spouse, right? Your work wife ain't got to deal with the late gas bill. Your work wife ain't got to deal with none of the negative things, the real thing. I won't even call them negative. They don't have to deal with any of the real things that come with you.
So they get to like chill or work with your representative.
Exactly.
Your work representative, because you got another representative.
Right.
But this is the work one, the one that shows that they're so dedicated.
That's right.
To their job.
And I think a lot of people are attracted to the idea of just being able to be someone else with someone else, because they don't know you. They don't know you for real like your spouse know you.
See, I'm the same everywhere.
What do you think of that?
I think that, you can't turn emotional intimacy off in a neat little box, right? That you're sharing the frustrations. You guys got a mutual boss that just like does you in.
Yep.
And those real intense emotions, they actually carry over. And if you don't have somebody at home who can understand that, that's going to cause a problem.
But that's like trauma bonding. Now we're work trauma bonding because you two don't like the boss.
Yeah, but it's not always negative. So it could be you don't like the boss. Could be that you guys had some great wins and nobody understands how hard you worked on this project, but you. And so, I mean, come on, honestly, I've come home before and said like, oh my gosh, this really happened. And I got, oh, that's nice, honey. But they didn't really understand what went into it, you know?
Yeah.
A work spouse would. I don't have a work spouse, but a work spouse would.
You know what? I can honestly say, and I know where I think the line is crossed, is if it depends on what you have at home, really, how your work spouse even comes about. I don't think that if you have someone that's not giving you what you need, if you have someone that's giving you what you need at home, you don't really have room for a work spouse.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
But
along gender lines, who do you think is more likely to have a work spouse, a woman or a man?
Women.
Oh, yeah.
I think women.
And
I think women.
Why do you say that?
Because of the reason I was just saying that, and I don't know, LaDonna Ray, if I would couch it as they can't understand at all. They're not giving you what you need. It's just that your girlfriends can't even necessarily understand what's going on with you at work that a person who is physically there could understand.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just
but
natural.
But men are such they're so poetic when they try to see how far they can go. And it doesn't matter if you work with them, if you're out and about, they don't care about you being in a relationship. And sometimes that poetry can linger. And if you hear it enough and you're not hearing it at home, then you're going to be drawn to that individual for whatever reason. And you might start feeling like you can open up to that person.
You know what you're talking about, what you're describing? I had a girlfriend that whenever I would say something like that, she would go, molasses. You talking about that molasses, that sweet molasses that men like to say and do.
This is true. But at the same time, I think we played a clip a while ago, or we may have watched one where the gentleman said, look, I sent it to a few people. That's what it was. And he said the way to stay away from cheating, right? Because it can be a form of cheating.
It is a form of cheating.
Is to establish that you are with someone. And if you when they try to come your way inappropriately or even slightly, the moment you come back with, yeah, my fiance or my wife or my man. I don't like saying my man, but
Yeah, I know
but
what you
yeah,
mean.
my partner, right? I can't even say partner, Cheryl, because they think I'm gay. So I have to be specific. Yeah. If I say partner, I got to follow it up with a he. So, but as long as I put it out there, then they know that I am already in a situation that has no room for another one.
All right, let's get to the phone lines. You guys are blowing them up. Miss Dorothy, thank you for calling.
Oh, the lady. Hi, Dorothy. You're on VON. Dorothy?
She talking to her work husband.
You know what?
Cedric, thanks for calling.
Hey, Ceddy.
Good afternoon to everyone. How you guys and ladies are doing today?
Fantastic. Thank you.
Well.
Listen, the work-wife thing, you know what? I believe that the work-wife thing is just a opportunity for a man or woman to reintroduce that representative, the representative.
That's right.
The person at home that know you by now and your representative ain't working at the house no more. So you got to go to work and introduce the representative to your co-worker. Because let me tell you, I'm old enough now. I've seen some of my friends go through divorces. And when they introduce themselves to that new woman, they be lying about how they got divorced. So I know, hey, if y'all got time to burn, that's your life you're dealing with. And, we ain't got much time left ahead of us. We don't even know. But if you finna run around here lying to people why you got divorced or why this happened in your house, you was never going to fix anything. You're going to be miserable until the day you die. So that old work-wife stuff, come on. You ain't going to tell the whole truth anyway. If someone had an argument with their wife and it was an hour, please believe they ain't going to tell you about 20 minutes of what the argument was about because they're going to mold the argument to make themselves look like they're the victim.
Yep, that's right. Thank you, brother.
But they do that. You do that when you get into a new relationship because you don't want the new person or the potential to say, well, what's wrong with you and why are you single? So you always come in as the victim and tell them how that other person did you wrong. You're going to pick up the next one.
Let's go to Tommy. Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Tommy.
Me. Smiling faces tell lies, and I got proof. Just listen to what y'all talking about. You can't make this kind of stuff up. What the hell are you in a relationship for? Why on God's earth are you sitting up trying to explain and tell me that you're going to go to your job and all of a sudden you can be oomy with the person at your work, but when you come home, you ain't got you got nothing to say. You come on, people. Stop this now. You know what? That's why everything is going straight to hell in a handbasket. That's why our kids are acting brand new. That's why everybody is acting brand new because we have forsaken the old ways. Now it's offering time because offering time means, watch this. Most of the times when you're doing this stuff, all you're doing is giving yourself an excuse to do what you really want to do. And Cheryl, for the love of God, don't tell me that Latifah has tainted you too. Hold in there, LaDonna, because you was mad as hell when Latifah was gone. Hey, man, Latifah, I was even asking, where the hell is Latifah that LaDonna is catching all this kind of hell? Come on.
I say surviving a team all the time.
Oh my God.
We're gonna take a real quick break. We're going to traffic and weather, and we'll be back. I've got some solutions as to how you can dodge that bullet of getting a work spouse and get you in trouble. We'll be right back.
More from Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray coming up on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Xfinity Tech Support, Matthew speaking.
Hi, I live in a pretty remote place, like Jurassic Park remote. No!
Wow.
Will Xfinity Mobile work out here?
Yep, the combination of reliable Wi-Fi and 5G makes it so that you can stay connected in all kinds of places. Plus, you get access to ultra-fast speeds and coverage, whether you're poolside or out live streaming with a T-Rex.
Hold still, you're about to go viral.
Welcome to a new era of Wi-Fi boosted mobile. Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Watch Jurassic Park with Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Xfinity internet required. Savings comparison based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026. Taxes, fees, extra.
Hey, baby! I'm your Magnolia Blues man, Sir Henry Cheatham, inviting you to join us on WVON 1690 for some real American music and culture. Here on Classic Blues and R&B. Check us out Saturday, 11 p.m. until 2 a.m. on WVON and Classic Blues and R&B.
Alzheimer's is the 4th leading cause of death among African Americans over 65. If Alzheimer's is affecting you, meet me at the UIC Forum Saturday, April 25th at the 4th Annual Release the Silence Conference. It's sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association Illinois chapter. You'll learn more, get your questions answered, fellowship with others dealing with Alzheimer's, and you'll leave better than when you came. The doors open at 9 a.m. and registration is free. Call their helpline, 1-800-272-3900. That's 1-800-272-3900. WVON is a media sponsor and proud partner.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
The movement for repair is growing, from city halls to parliaments and around the world, from Chicago to Cape Town, from Evanston to the UN. I'm Robin Rusin.
And I'm Cam Howard. Together we're bringing you Reparations Now, where we talk power, policy, and progress, local, national, and international.
It's about justice.
It's about repair. It's about time.
Reparations now, because justice cannot wait.
Reparations Now, Saturdays at 4 p.m. only on WVON 1690.
This report is brought to you by Lowe's. During Lowe's Deck Days, pros get 15% off all in-stock composite decking. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt Max 5-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt tool. Shop the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Valid through April 22nd, while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
WVON Traffic and Weather now.
Good Thursday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic update. In Ryan, downtown to 95th, stop and go traffic 45 minutes. I-57, Ryan to I-80, 1 minute delay, 16 minutes. Bishop Ford, Ryan to I-80, 94 stop and go traffic due to ongoing road work and an earlier accident, 23 minutes. Stevenson to Sapple, Lakeshore Drive to the Tri-State, bumper to bumper traffic, 53 minutes. Eisenhower, Wolf to Post Office is at a snail speed, 51 minutes. Kennedy downtown to O'Hare, bumper to bumper traffic, 1 hour. and Eden's Montrose Cook stop and go traffic due to an accident causing the right lane to be blocked. Eden's at Glenview Road, 14 minutes. Your weather for 2 days, Chicago, spotty showers, high of 70 and low 48. Tomorrow, storms at night, high of 80 and a low of 48. It's currently 73 degrees and mostly cloudy. That's your traffic and weather update now. I'm Logan Page on the Talk Chicago WVON 1690 AM.
From the Xfinity Studios at WVON, it's Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray on Chicago's Essential Storyteller, 1690 WVON.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it. La, 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 la. This is how we do it.
Welcome back. What? Read it?
No.
I got to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
I just wanted to tell everybody about all these events, but I guess we should get into the calls. You're right.
Let's get the calls out the way, guys. Thank you so much for calling. Mr. Dylan.
Hey,
you're
Dylan.
on WVON.
Well, this is I again. I don't know if you recall last week.
How could we forget?
Right.
Oh, yeah. We remember you, Dylan.
Yes, we do. So how'd it go?
Well, we had the conversation and it went well.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Hercules.
And we'll leave it at that.
That's all. Hey, that's all we need to know.
Yeah.
And
I was pulling for you.
Right? We were all pulling for you, brother. So congratulations. Are you calling about today's topic too?
Yes, as well.
Okay, good. I didn't know you had room for a work wife too, bro.
Hey,
Well,
he just got what he wanted.
Keep in mind, I've only been married 5 years, so I wasn't always a married man.
Facts.
But I used to enjoy the work wives. I loved it because, like you say, they come and they tell you everything that he ain't doing and everything that they're longing for and all that type of stuff. And I said, you know what? I'm available.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one work wife for 10 years. That's a long time.
That wasn't a work wife. That was a mistress. That was a common law marriage.
Well, yeah, I guess you could say that. But yeah,
Did you in that 10 years? Did you ever cross the line?
What do you mean by cross the line?
I mean,
were you sleeping with her?
Did you smack? I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yes, 100.
Absolutely. He's telling us.
That's not a work wife.
Nobody flirts for 10 years.
Yeah.
No. I mean, yeah, when they come there and they tell you everything, because the young lady was married for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And there was nothing, absolutely nothing.
Wow, we got to leave it there, brother.
For 10 of those 20 years. So that was half her marriage.
That's crazy. Yeah. Miss Dorothy,
Hi,
we're trying you again.
Dorothy? Miss Dorothy?
No worries. I know you've got some tips.
Yeah, I do.
LaDonna.
Look, if someone is trying to approach you to become a work spouse, ladies and gentlemen, put those screensavers on your phone and on your computer because it's at work too. Put a picture of you and the hubby or you and your wife so that they know that there is someone. And if you have a man at home that just doesn't do those sweet little things, bring yourself some flowers and say, "Oh, my baby got me these." And men, if your wife is not packing your lunch, pack your own and bring it to work. You don't have to say anything. Just indicate that your wife gave you a lunch to bring to work. Because if you show up without food, they're going to assume that nobody's feeding you. Men also, iron your shirt. For God's sake, look like somebody cared. A woman, I'm not going to let my guy leave out the house looking any old kind of way.
Women will say that. Women be like, your woman let you out of the house like that?
Right. They will. We will say that. Right. But on the flip side, women, you need to keep yourself up too. Because some guy's going to say, if you were my woman, I wouldn't have you looking like that. And a couple of more. Ladies, keep that smile on your face when he calls. If your attitude shifts when you hear the sound of his voice, it can be picked up by your trying to be work husband. And men, keep the love tone in your voice when she calls, because a woman knows when you're talking to a man and a woman knows when you're talking to a woman. And when you're talking to a woman and that tone goes like blah, then they already know that whoever it was on the other end.
You're giving all the signs.
That's right.
Okay.
You're letting her in.
Miss Grace, your final thoughts.
Yeah, I just got to play devil's advocate for a second. A work spouse does not necessarily mean you've crossed the line or that there's anything wrong. As long as you all are keeping it above board and you are respecting each other and the lives that you lead outside of your office, but you're getting that emotional support inside of work, it doesn't have to turn into something ugly. And there are many work spouse relationships that aren't ugly. So I just want to kind of put that out there.
My final words would go out to men. And I would encourage men to take the extra step. I know how hard y'all work, right? Everybody's working hard. We get it. 12-hour days. But take the extra step to see your wife. What she does at work is very important to her. And if you take a few minutes or just if she sees that extra effort to know that you are listening and that you're listening to all the details, and you can regurgitate what seems to be a small detail 2 weeks later, and she knows you're listening, she's going, in my opinion, she'll be less inclined to seek that type of connection at work because she knows she's got a man that is willing to fill that void. It goes back to what you said, Miss Grace, every week. It's all about communication.
Pretty much. That's right. That's right.
All right, guys, that's all we got. That was one of the best relationship Thursdays in a while. So? I loved it.
I got a question.
It was good.
What if KB Lewis was here? What would he say?
Oh my God, what would he say? He would say that I don't even know.
He would say it's the woman's fault.
Oh, there we go. Shapira just said it.
There you go.
She said, Can they hear you,
Woman's
Shapira?
fault.
Okay. Shapira said, you women come on to all us men and it's all your fault. That's what he was saying.
Our fault. That's exactly what it is.
All right, Miss Grace, you have a great and fantastic weekend. I hope we see you at one of these fantastic WVON. All right.
Yes, I'll see you guys.
Yes.
Yay. Okay.
We love that.
Until next week. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah. All right. Bye-bye for now. Hey, oh, darn it. She's gone. I was going to ask her if she knows of an intimacy coach.
I'm sure she does.
Yeah, I think I
want. You got her number though.
Yeah, that's true. All right, guys. We'll be right back. We've got a very special guest. We've got Stephen coming on the line with us.
Hatch.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Stephen Hatch. He's the director of Finger Food, and we're doing our Friday night of premieres. I can't wait. You can't wait to hear about this. It's not the finger food you're thinking. Watch this. We'll be right back.
Happy Thursday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here are your news headlines. Former Virginia Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax found dead. Bomb threat investigated at Pope's brother's home. One shot and one killed in struggle with ISP troopers on the south side. And looks masking draws scrutiny from health experts. National news from the Black Information Network is up next on Chicago's only urban talk radio station. WVON 1690 AM, Berwyn, Chicago.
The views expressed on our programs are not necessarily those of WVON, Midway Broadcasting Corporation, or our participating sponsors.
BIN News Now.
President Trump says Iran wants to make a deal and that an agreement could happen quickly.
We've got to have no nuclear weapons. If we do, that's a big factor.
Speaking outside of the White House, he said Iran is now willing to do things it was not willing to do 2 months ago. Trump also pointed to a possible peace deal between Israel and Lebanon after announcing a 10-day ceasefire. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. clashed with Black Congresswoman Terry Sewell at a House hearing Thursday over past remarks about Black children. Sewell pressed Kennedy on comments about Black kids being over-medicated and needing to be, quote, reparented, end quote, but Kennedy denied it and accused her of lying. And Black Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott is celebrating legislative wins for the city after the 2026 General Assembly session. He says the measures will help reduce vacancies, boost downtown investment, strengthen public safety, and target traffic violations involving out-of-state tags. Scott also thanked Black Governor Wes Moore and Baltimore's lawmakers for supporting the city. I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Back to you, Doug.
All right. Thanks and happy Thursday and good afternoon. Tragic news out of the DMV. Former Virginia Lieutenant Governor, African-American Justin Fairfax, and his wife Serena were found dead early this morning at their home in Annandale. Fairfax County Police Chief Ken Davis spoke to the media this morning about the likely cause surrounding the crime.
This has been an ongoing domestic dispute surrounding what seems to be a complicated or messy divorce. Former Lieutenant Governor Fairfax was recently served some paperwork associated with an upcoming court proceeding. Both of their children, teenagers, the boys older than the girl, were in the house when it happened.
Davis said one of the children called 911 just after midnight. Police confirmed the couple was in the middle of a messy divorce and that the two were separated but still living in the same home with their kids. Fairfax was seen as a rising star of the Democratic Party but fell from grace after sexual assault allegations in 2019 stopped his run for governor. Meanwhile, the 4 Artemis II astronaut crew members held their first major news conference after their flight around the moon today at John Space Center in Houston. Pilot African-American Victor Glover, the first Black astronaut to orbit the moon, spoke about the journey and how he's managing through all the fanfare he's receiving.
I just was trying to live in a little hole for 1 week. Been off social media, not on the news, but, my kids have made it pretty clear, my neighbors, and, it's hard to live in a bubble nowadays. I'm trying very hard. But what I've come to realize is we did what we said we were going to do. Yep. And now we've got to step out and just face that reality.
The mission was launched on April 1st and returned from their 10-day mission last week. Victor's role in it all is major for Black Americans. The impact our kids are feeling seeing this Black man orbiting the moon is immeasurable. And finally, this year's North Carolina A&T's graduation ceremonies will feature 2 extraordinary Black women, Queen Latifah and Dr. Nia Banks, each representing different paths to excellence, will share their stories of success. Banks, who graduated from the HBCU in 1995, is a plastic and craniofacial surgeon. She'll deliver the keynote at the Friday, May 8th graduate ceremony, while acclaimed actress and hip-hop icon Queen Latifah will speak at both undergrad ceremonies on Saturday. Queen Latifah made history in 2006 as the first hip-hop artist to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Stay connected and subscribe and follow BIN News this hour wherever you get your podcasts. And I'm Doug Davis for the Black Information Network. Have a great Thursday. Keep your head on the swivel. If you see something, say something. And of course, stay safe out there.
Hi, this is Jill Ross, creator and producer of the Chicago Read-In. I'm excited to join WVON for this cultural experience that is designed to excite and stimulate the minds of young people ages 6 to 16. Join us Saturday, April 25th at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, 4701 South King Drive at 12 noon for an amazing show that will keep young people and their parents on the edges of their seats. From dance to music to mime to art to rich creative storytelling, there is literally no program like the one we've put together that offers a cultural lens while igniting the minds of young people. The Chicago Read-In is free, but you must register at Eventbrite or WVON.com. We'll see you Saturday, April 25th. The Chicago Read-In is produced in conjunction with Vaughn TV's series Turn the Page, which premieres this summer.
Vaughn TV's Friday Night of Premieres wraps up Friday, April 17th, and we are going out strong with a powerful short film showcase you don't want to miss. Featuring Finger Food, Chicago Guide, What Say You, and RIP t-shirts.
I fear for myself as being African American. Am I going to be safe going to school, coming home from school? I just hope this world get better because this world is crazy.
4 films, 4 perspectives, 1 unforgettable night. Thought-provoking stories, moments that make you laugh, reflect, and see things differently. This is where creativity meets culture. Don't miss the grand finale of Friday Night of Premieres this Friday, April 17th. And tune in all day Monday, April 20th for your opportunity to call in and join the conversation. Vaughn TV available on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV+, the WVON app, or online at VON.TV. Vaughn TV, for the culture, by the culture.
It's Rufus Williams.
This is not the America that we thought it was. Certainly not now. And whatever pushing has to go to reverse that, I'm sure that Keith Ellison and the others there in Minneapolis are doing it, because anything that's happening anywhere can happen right here to us. lives. And there's no reason to believe in any way, shape, or form that you can be separated from it.
Weekdays at 7 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Parents, grandparents, and caregivers of newborns, are you sure your baby is sleeping safely? This Saturday on the Community Health Focus Hour, join host Cedric McCoy for Rest Assured, Essentials of Infant Sleep and Safety. Get trusted guidance to help protect your little one and bring peace of mind to your family. Listen this Saturday at 1 p.m. on WVON and Facebook Live. The Community Health Focus Hour, Saturdays at 1 p.m., powered by the Urban Health Initiative of UChicago Medicine, at the forefront.
This report is brought to you by Ashley Furniture. Ready for a home refresh? Now's the season to finally make it happen. At Ashley's Spring Savings Event 72-hour sale, save up to 25% on your entire purchase with select spring styles, starting at just $4.99 and only at Ashley's.
WVON traffic and weather now.
Good Thursday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic update. In Ryan, downtown 95th, stop and go traffic 37 minutes. I-57, Ryan, I-80, no delays, 14 minutes. Bishop Ford, Ryan, I-80, 94, stop and go traffic, and there is an accident with injuries. Bishop Ford between Dalton Avenue and 159th Street, 21 minutes. Stevenson, DuSable, Lakeshore Drive to the Tri-State, stop and go traffic 52 minutes. Eisenhower, Wolf to Post Office is at a snail speed 50 minutes. Kennedy downtown to O'Hare, stop and go traffic 57 minutes. In Eden's Montrose Cook, please be cautious. There is an accident causing the right lane to be blocked. Eden's at Glenview Road. 14 minutes. Your weather for 2 days. Chicago, spotty showers, high of 70 and a low of 48. Tomorrow, Friday, storms at night, high of 80 and a low of 48. It's currently 73 degrees and cloudy. That's your traffic and weather update now. I'm Logan Page on the Talk Chicago WVON 1690 AM.
From the Xfinity Studios at WVON, it's Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray on Chicago's Essential Storyteller, 1690 WVON.
All right, Vaughn TV's Friday Night of Premieres wraps up this Friday, April 17th, with a powerful short film showcase featuring Finger Food, Chicago Guy, What Say You, and RIP t-shirts. And next week, your favorite WVON host will dive in, or actually will each dive into one of the films and keep the discussion going. Don't miss the grand finale this Friday and stay locked in all next week for the conversation. Watch on Vaughn TV, available on Amazon Fire, Apple TV, Plus, the WVON app, or at Vaughn.tv. Now, I just want to explain, you're listening to the afternoon show, right? I just want to explain this promo because we are going to be part of Friday Night of Premieres, which means that each and every host has interviewed either a director or someone from the film this week. And today is our day, and we are going to be talking to, as of right now, Stephen Hatch, who is a writer, director, and producer who knows how to take an everyday situation and twist it just enough to make you laugh and then lean in like, wait a minute. Welcome to the show, Stephen Hatch. You got your Night of Premieres movie that we just mentioned, which was Finger Food.
That's right. It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
How you doing, LaDonna?
Doing swell-tastic, sir. How are you?
I'm great.
Mr. Hatch, welcome to the afternoon show. This is Atiba.
Hey, Atiba.
Hey. Thank you, sir. Looking forward to this. Go ahead, LaDonna.
I'm looking forward to it because this looks like I look at the summary of this show or this movie. Let me get it right.
Right.
And I'm like, where's the irony is all throughout this. And it says a devout vegetarian meets his fiance's family for the first time, only to learn that they're proud, passionate, and aggressively carnivorous.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Stop right there. People is this real or is this just drama?
Yeah, this is not a documentary, but it is a comedy. And the thought here was, we wanted to take a situation that always brings people some stress. Mm-hmm. And that's meeting your in-laws for the first time. And we said, hey, we want to take it to the nth degree. And so we said, hey, what if a vegetarian was going to meet his in-laws first time and find out that they are unusually in love with meat? And so that's how this whole premise started.
Yes, but I'm thinking like, okay, why vegetarian versus meat-loving family? What are we really exploring underneath the comedy? Because that sounds gross.
Yeah, well, I tell you, it gets to it doesn't take it to like the totally 100% gross level, but it is farcical. It's funny. It puts you in the mind of Get Out, and so we did it as kind of a spoof on Get Out. So that was the kind of one of the origins of the whole deal.
I like how, and real quick, I know Atiba wants to pull in, but a lot of times in these film festivals, when it comes to Black films, we lack material in comedy and horror. And in this case, it looks like you've kind of put them both together.
It's a bit of both.
Yes, a bit of both, and it probably crosses all T's and dots all I's. But what were you given to get this particular concept out to a, let's say, film audience that's looking for either, bringing them together? What should they be walking away thinking?
Hopefully at the end of this, they should say, oh man, that was crazy.
Yeah.
If that was me, it's one of those type of things. If that was me, that's kind of the reaction that we've gotten from most people. But it was a great project. We did it as part of the 48-hour film project. And so, we're used to being involved in projects that take, almost years potentially. But this was a challenge that in 48 hours, we had to put together a film. Wow. So a 7-minute film, from writing to shooting to editing, all in 48 hours.
Sounds fantastic. Let me ask you this, Mr. Hatch. If you don't mind, I want to learn a little bit more about you, because I'm sure you didn't just wake up one day and was like, let's make a 7-minute movie. If I want to learn, and I love to hear how people talk about how they got bit by the bug, whether it's the acting bug or the directing bug or the writing bug, but the creative bug. How did that happen for you? Tell us more about your journey.
Yeah, so I started really young. I went to go see, I think the first film that really bit me, like you said, was, I think it was Star Wars. It was like one of the first. And I sat in the theater and it kind of like was, it took me on this journey. And I was like, wow, this is incredible. How do I do that? And so I started on kind of my journey of figuring out, how do I create that magic on the screen? And so that was my start.
So Star Wars is what got you. Did you go to film school? Did you do anything like that? Did you take classes at Columbia? Like, what was the journey after that? What were the steps to get to where you are now? Yeah, so I studied at Columbia. I studied cinematography and directing. And that's where I kind of started my, my educational piece of that. Yeah. But there's been a lot of twists and turns. I've done quite a bit in my life. So I've done that. I also have an MBA, so I have a business part of me as well. And so when they say show business, it is definitely a business as well. So yeah, that's how we got involved.
Are you on IMDb?
I am, yes.
Yeah, I thought this was you, but there's no picture. I hate it when they do that. What was it like getting your first IMDb credit?
Oh man, that was exciting. That's exciting. Yeah. We did a piece. We co-produced with my co-producer Reggie Hayes, a name that you guys might be familiar with and probably are familiar with. He starred in the show Girlfriends.
Yeah.
He was William Dent, and we co-produced an episode of an HBO series called Film Fatale. And so that was my first credit. And so that was really exciting.
Well, congratulations on that. When we come back from break, I want to talk to you about our watch party that we're going to have tomorrow, which is exciting. And we want everyone else to join us because this is going to be a fun weekend. Guys, we're going to go to traffic and weather. And when we come back, more from Stephen Hatch, writer, director, producer of Finger Food.
More from Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray coming up on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
We are creating our future. The Chicago Minority Supplier Development Council will be hosting its Chicago Business Opportunity Forums Day on April 17th at Convene Willis Tower. Advance your business strategy. Make new connections and receive the information and advice you need to elevate, empower, and excel your business. Save the date. CBOF takes place Friday, April 17th at Convene in Willis Tower, 233 South Wacker Drive from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. To register and find out more, visit www.chicagomsdc.org or call 312-755-8880. It's time to create your future.
Hi, I'm Lori Smith, host of Meeting the Moment. WVON, in partnership with the Chicago Community Trust, developed Meeting the Moment to amplify the voices of nonprofits across Chicagoland, giving them the communication tools they need to expand their reach and turn awareness into action. Right now, our communities are facing real challenges, from economic uncertainty to public safety to access and equity. But in the middle of it all, there are organizations doing the work quietly, faithfully, powerfully. With Meeting the Moment, we'll have honest conversations about the issues shaping our region and, more importantly, the solutions happening on the ground. And each week, we'll feature a Chicagoland nonprofit making a difference. You'll hear their story and find out how you can support their work, because Meeting the Moment is about more than just awareness. It's about impact. Join the Meeting the Moment movement, a program designed for the doers. For more information, visit WVON.com/Meeting the Moment. Listen every Saturday at 12 noon, right here on WVON 1690, the Talk of Chicago. Let's meet the moment together. Powered by the Chicago Community Trust.
Hey, Alexa, play WVON 1690 AM.
Getting WVON 1690 AM station from iHeartRadio.
Try it out for yourself. America is listening to WVON.
This report is brought to you by Ashley Furniture. Ready for a home refresh? Now's the season to finally make it happen. At Ashley's Spring Savings Event 72-hour sale, save up to 25% on your entire purchase with select spring styles, starting at just $4.99 and only at Ashley's.
WVON birthday celebration continues on Saturday, April 18th at the City Winery as we host the legendary Regina Belle. That's right, Regina Belle is heading to Chicago for 2 shows at the City Winery, singing all of your favorites. This is your boy Maddie. Come join me. I'll be hosting both shows at 5 p.m. and 8:30. Don't miss R&B and jazz legend Regina Belle, Saturday, April 18th at the City Winery, 1200 West Randolph. Tickets are going fast. Get yours today, and happy birthday, WVON.
Thank you, WVON listeners. Because of you, both Regina Belle concerts at the City Winery are officially sold out.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Experience the power, passion, and breathtaking athleticism of Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater live at the Auditorium April 24th through the 26th under the direction of newly appointed artistic director Alicia Graff Mack. 1 legendary dance company, 2 unforgettable programs, 3 spectacular days, and 4 incredible performances. From powerful storytelling to electrifying movement, enjoy Ailey's 5 Chicago premieres, contemporary favorites, and beloved masterpieces. Tickets are on sale now at auditoriumtheater.org. Secure your seats today.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Girl, your stare, those eyes, love it when you look at me, baby. Your lips, your smile, love it when you kiss me, baby. Your hips, those thighs, love it when you talk me.
Don't miss WVON night at the Black Ensemble Theater, Friday, April 24th. Tickets are moving fast. The award-winning Jackie Wilson story is back, and trust me, this show will have you on your feet. As Atiba said earlier, there will be singing, dancing, living your best life. This is beautiful. So with this kind of night, people talk about all summer how great this show was. And guess who is hosted by, Atiba?
Who?
I know we say this every day, right? Because we want people to understand that not only is it hosted by Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray, but it's also our 1-year anniversary having this show. So we definitely want to celebrate with you guys. Come on out and do not wait to get your tickets now at blackensembletheater.org, or you can click the Black Ensemble banner at WVON.com. WVON is also celebrating an anniversary of 63. And we're still having fun. So much to celebrate that night. All right, you're listening to the afternoon show with Atiba Buchanan, LaDonna Ray, and we are talking to director, filmmaker Stephen Hatch with his IMDb credit up in the building. And I'm so excited about the watch party, Stephen, because with this particular movie, it's so unusual. It's an unusual layout. I wouldn't imagine something like this. Like, I really loved Hannibal. Okay. I loved that movie. I loved, Silence of the Lambs, everything about it.
Yes.
And I love Jodie Foster. But just being that young and understanding that he was talking about fava beans and
fava beans, yeah.
That was Kinte.
And Chianti.
Right.
Yes.
It was so funny in a way, because you watch it enough times, it becomes a comedy itself. But
exactly.
What are there some Easter eggs we need to look for? I know you shouldn't tell us what they are, but are there any Easter eggs that we may find in such a short amount of time?
Well, there is a meatloaf that's being served for dinner, and the wife is known for her meatloaf. So that's her family recipe, and something that she makes is very special. So.
Oh wow!
So that you should definitely that's going to be the high point. Is the meatloaf.
Well, I want to know where were you? I look, and I was just about to make a meatloaf tomorrow, and maybe tomorrow's not. Maybe tomorrow's too soon.
Right.
So where will you be at 7:00 tomorrow? Will you be watching WVON with all of us?
Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna be watching, and I'm also you guys are gonna talk about this one on Tuesday. When do you talk about this?
Yeah, we're coming back next week to talk about what we found. Tiva, are we doing this? Can we talk about this? What, Monday?
I think so.
Do we have room for Monday? You said any day but Monday for my other guests.
I'll check during the break.
Okay. All right. But now's the time. We need to tell Stephen. You check it
Yeah,
out?
we got his number.
I know, but he needs to know now.
Just let me know. I would, I would love to hear some of the feedback. I would love to hear what people say.
All right. Well, one day next week, we will definitely have you come on and we'll see what the audience said. And I really want to hear from you guys. Make sure you tune in to VON TV. That's VON.TV. Just like you go to WVON.com. You're going to go to VON.TV, or you can find it on Apple TV Plus, Roku, and I read it, Amazon Fire. So make sure you guys tune in. And it's on the app. I found that out too. If you download our WVON app, the VON TV app is on there. In closing, what do you want to leave us with when it comes to finger food and your filmmaking? What's next for you?
I'm working on a really special film right now about a young black ballerina from the south side of Chicago. It's a story with a lot of heart. And so, yeah, we're looking forward to that coming out later this year.
Oh, wow. I love it. It's going to be on VON TV too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, this is my home.
I love it. Well,
Chicago is big.
Yeah.
Well, listen, brother, we appreciate you coming on. We look forward to watching your film and debriefing with you on it.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the premise itself sounds hilarious to me. I can't wait to see it. And we're going to circle back next week.
Hey, thanks a lot, Atiba.
Yeah, our pleasure. Our pleasure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, I can't wait to watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's what I'll be doing.
All right, Mr. Hatch. You have
all right. Thanks.
Enjoy
Hatch.
the rest of your day, brother. We got a minute or two before we go to break.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to address a Facebook comment.
What did it say? You did say there was something that was
Tony
juicy.
Snow
Mm-hmm.
says to me, Atiba, stop telling husbands to be simps.
Oh my God.
LOL.
Now, what is it that makes a husband a simp?
Because I offered that husbands should actually listen to their spouses or your girlfriend or your fiance or whatever. I was just saying, and again, I don't think men do that with bad intentions. I'm saying I know what it's like to be caught up in what you're trying to do, the world you're trying to conquer and live in. And I'm saying, as hard as it is to do that, please make time. Because here's the reality.
Mm-hmm.
Women are verbal creatures.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna talk. The question is she gonna talk to you or is she gonna talk to somebody else? But it's not a question of whether or not she gonna talk. So the sooner you accept that reality, the sooner when my significant other has a great day at work, I'm the first person she calls.
Yeah.
When she has a terrible day at work, I am the first person she calls. Because I listen to her when she's talking about, I can tell you everything about her job.
I don't mean to rub it in, but you don't have a significant other.
That you know about.
No, because I'm looking for you a significant other. What are you talking about?
Well, first of all, I said my significant. I didn't say it was my only significant other.
Significant is significant.
They are significant.
That means it's one.
No, that's not what that means.
That is what significant other, not significant others. You don't hear people say my significant others.
Okay, I could say that. But I'm thinking of a specific person.
Oh boy, I can't with you. Guys, we're going to go to news, traffic, and weather. And I tell you what, when we come back, it's time for Maurice Mahan. Get ready, sit tight, and we got a treat for you today. All right, we'll be right back.
Hope you're having a thriving Thursday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here's what's happening in your local and national news. Former Virginia Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax and his wife were found fatally shot inside their home early this morning. We get more on this story from WVON's Annette Flournoy.
Virginia authorities say Fairfax shot and killed his wife before taking his own life. Police Chief Kevin Davis said the couple was going through what he called a messy divorce and that their teenage son called 911 shortly after midnight. The police chief also said there were several cameras set up inside the home and that Mrs. Fairfax put them up while in the midst of divorce proceedings. And remember, if you or someone you know is struggling with mental health, there is help available at the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline by calling or texting 988. Annette Flournoy, Our News Now, 1690 WVON.
In other news, police in New Lenox, Illinois are investigating a bomb threat that made against the home of John Prevost, the brother of Pope Leo XIV. Authorities say no explosive devices were found and the threat was determined to be unsubstantiated. The threat was reportedly sent by email, prompting increased police presence in the neighborhood. Officials are still working to identify the source of the message. In other news, Coco Gauff spoke out after facing criticism over her natural hair in a luxury fashion campaign. Some online commentators called her look unkempt, but Gauff defended her choice, saying she wouldn't apologize and wanted to represent girls with similar hair. She emphasized that her hair was good enough for a high fashion brand and encouraged young Black girls to embrace their natural beauty. Goff also noted the criticism was difficult, but used the moment to promote confidence and self-acceptance. And online communities are driving new attention to a trend known as looks maxing. Experts are drawing a sharp line between healthy and harmful behavior. Monica Nelson reports.
Health professionals say the healthy version of looks maxing centers on routine self-care, adequate sleep, regular exercise, and basic grooming. The unhealthy side is raising concern. That includes obsessive focus on perceived flaws, constant comparison to others, and the use of extreme or unsafe methods such as crash dieting or risky cosmetic procedures. Mental health specialists warn that these behaviors can contribute to anxiety, isolation, and distorted body image. I'm Monica Nelson.
I'm Logan Page, and that's what's happening in your news now on WVON 1690 AM.
Hi, I'm Glenn Davis, Artistic Director of Chicago's legendary Steppenwolf Theater, inviting you to come see Windfall, a gripping play about a Chicago father who gets caught in the struggle between activism and capitalism. Windfall is a communal experience created for this moment. Don't miss this world premiere from Terrell Alva McCraney, the Academy Award-winning writer of Moonlight. Windfall is directed by Awoye Tempo and performed by a cast with many familiar faces, including my own, from our recent Broadway runs of Purpose and Bug. Now playing. Tickets at steppenwolf.org.
Have you checked out WVON's digital streaming network, Bond TV? It's everywhere on Roku, Apple TV Plus, Amazon Fire, on the WVON app, and at VON.TV. Bond TV, it's cultural content on purpose.
Hey, Chicago, this one is for you. Join OG Mr. Rick for the OG Culture Report every Thursday night from 9 to 12 right here on WVON 1690 AM. We're talking the culture, our stories, the streets, politics, entertainment, our struggles, our wins, and the voices that matter. Don't miss it. Every Thursday night, 9 to 12, the OG Culture Report with yours truly, OG Mr. Rick, on WVON 1690. That's it. That's all.
This report is brought to you by Ashley Furniture. Ready for a home refresh? Now's the season to finally make it happen. At Ashley's Spring Savings Event 72-hour sale, save up to 25% on your entire purchase with select spring styles, starting at just $4.99 and only at Ashley's.
WVON traffic and weather now.
Good Thursday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic update. In Ryan, downtown on 95th, stop and go traffic 36 minutes. I-57, Ryan, I-80, 2-minute delay, 17 minutes. Bishop Ford, Ryan, I-80, 94. Please be cautious. There is an accident with injuries. Bishop Ford between Dalton Avenue and 159th Street, 22 minutes. Stevenson, Deuce, Sabo, Lakeshore Drive to the Tri-State, stop and go traffic, 48 minutes. Eisenhower, Wolftoe Post Office, stop and go traffic, 46 minutes. Kennedy, downtown to O'Hare, stop and go traffic, 56 minutes. And Eden's, Montrose, Lake Cook, smooth sailing, 15 minutes. Your weather for 2 days, Chicago, spotty showers, high of 70, a low of 48. Tomorrow, storms at night, high of 80 and a low of 48. It's currently 73 degrees and mostly cloudy. That's your traffic and weather update now. I'm Logan Page on the Talk Chicago, WVON 1690 AM.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Got me going crazy. She leaves me with something I want to talk about. Listen now. I know a young lady.
Yeah. All right, guys. Don't miss WVON night at the Black Ensemble Theater Friday, April 24th. Tickets are moving fast. The award-winning Jackie Wilson story is back, and trust me, this show will have you on your feet, singing and dancing, living your best life. This is the kind of night people talk about all summer. Hosted by you-know-who, me, Atiba Buchanan, and the incomparable LaDonna Ray. Don't wait. Get your tickets now at blackensembletheater.org or click on the Black Ensemble banner at WVON.com. WVON is 63, and we're still having fun. You're listening to the afternoon show with Atiba and LaDonna Ray. It's straight up at 5:37, and we are joined in studio. That song you are hearing is that of none other than Chicago's own Maurice Mahan.
Blessings.
Thank you for coming in, brother. You look fantastic.
Hey, man. Likewise, man.
Thank
you. The weather got me this way.
There you go.
Weather, I feel it.
I love it. I love it. So you didn't just fall through, although you're welcome to just fall through at any time. Okay. Last we saw each other, you were singing at Reverend Jackson's services.
Yes, which was an unfortunate, but it was an incredible moment, of course.
Yes.
A novel experience. It was a blessing. Yeah.
Absolutely. They know who to call, man. So I'm always rooting for you, man. So you got another big gig coming up.
I'm excited.
Tell us all about it.
It's Regina Belle. Let's just start there. Let me get some air for that. Take my breath.
Come on.
Regina Belle. So the first time she was here a couple of years ago at the City Winery. And my manager, Chuck, asked me, he said, Regina wants you to sing. I said, Regina who? Regina Belle.
He just all casual, right?
Oh no, he real casual. Real casual. Highlights, all stars. So I was over the top with that.
Yeah.
Until I got on stage and we had that conversation on stage. Man, she is amazing to sing with,
Yeah, she has quite the reputation. Her voice is still timeless.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people, they remember her music. They know her music, and it's still relevant today.
Yeah.
But how do you feel? I know you said I see that. I
you
see
look lovely.
Well, thank you very much.
Those
so
colors.
do you.
Yeah.
I see the glimmer in your eye when you say, hey, I'm with Regina Belle. But, what does this do for, the industry of music? Has really circled and made a 360.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of awareness going on right now.
Absolutely.
But how do you take what you've been through and to where you're going when you're singing with, or when you're performing at venues such as this, alongside with people like you, Regina Belle?
Regina Belle, like a lot of the artists has been here for a while. I can name a few, but it's just a reminder of love. What rhythm and blues really is.
Come on.
Rhythm and blues. We kind of cut it short. It's about our life, our story, our soul. And it has, by so many ways, been diluted in so many. That's why I really, when people say R&B, I have to make sure it's because we're cultural expressionists. That's what we are. I'm expression from my culture and from my ancestors in a loving way. And that's what it was all about. So when I sing with people like Regina Belle, it's just a reminder of where we were,
So, let me ask you this.
Love.
Especially based on what you just said. Do you feel then a responsibility to our ancestral heritage when you sing? Tell us about that.
Absolutely. Great question. Thank you for asking me that. I do. We have a responsibility. All the material that I've written, I've been inspired. I do owe a lot to my family, and my manager told me, Maurice, write more. So that has been my expression, my way out, my way in. But I'm only an extension of what Marvin Gaye did, what Jackie Wilson did, what Stevie Wonder did, and so on and so on. We have to sing about what we're going through and what the world cannot express in their own words. We are the soundtrack.
Yeah.
That's our responsibility.
I love it. So you're doing both shows.
Both shows.
5 and 7:30 or 5 and 8:30?
That's Lord.
Which one? I can't remember.
Both of them. 5:30 and 8:30.
8:30, right? Okay, cool. But you've held your own at City Winery all by your lonesome.
You were there?
I was there, brother. You brought the house down.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, we did church. When Church Girl Lover first came out, we were here first. And thank you for playing it. Thank you for supporting me. And we did the City Winery.
Yeah.
I did it. Yeah, it was an excellent experience. And there's more to come. There's more to come. I'm really in my good day where I'm not chasing it. It's all coming back.
Oh, I love that.
All the music I've written and writing, it's in a place forward now.
You've been singing forever.
Quite some time.
Quite some time, brother. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm saying you are a seasoned veteran.
Greatness.
Has there ever been a moment? Because right now you're talking about being in a good season.
Yes.
Was there ever a moment that you didn't know if this was going to be it, or that you thought about giving up?
Last week.
Yeah, right.
Every day.
Right. It's a constant.
It's a constant because us artists, doesn't say human in general, but artists particularly, people's perception is that it's all about the glamour. It's all about the shades coming in, and we dress nice, smell good, and sing fine. But most of us are living what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? What we're singing about. And so there are moments like in any other relationship, we have that where you feel like this is it may not happen, but you have a duty and responsibility. So that's where I am today. Most of all, making sure that I fulfill my purpose.
And that's what keeps you centered.
Consciously centered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How do you handle the expectations of everyone else? They're not always right.
Absolutely. And it's the universe to take care of them. I'm actually concerned about Maurice in terms of my response and reaction. You know what I mean? And that's a whole nother ground.
I love that you said reaction though, because it's not what people do; it's how you react.
How we react to it. And we're coming around now. I'm so glad to be here. I'm gonna let you know, WVON has been one of the best, if not the only best, that still is relevant with communicating awareness and playing great music. Excuse me. So that's I'm a musical form of that. I have to be centered, be relevant, and be educated about what the now is, and be able to express that through music. That's all it is.
I love it, bro. So let's talk about your lineup on Saturday. What can we expect to hear? Is it going to be like last time you had a nice mix of original material, some covers? What can we expect this time?
Now this is going to be let's be clear. This is of Regina Belle. I'm her guest.
Okay.
So she's already given me, unless she told my manager differ, but I'm prepared to do one of the greatest, and I say this with all humbleness, one of the greatest duets, and one of my mentors in the music, the People Bryson song, A Whole New World. We're doing a duet.
My God!
I get a chance to tiptoe in those shoes.
Yes.
Of the phenomenal tenor. I mean, incredible.
People is a beast, right?
Absolutely.
I would look so forward to hearing your rendition.
Yeah.
Because she's the original vocalist.
She is the original.
Right? They sang that together.
Oh, yeah, and she was young and vibrant, and he was the seasoned artist. You know what I mean? And she is still timeless with those notes.
Yes.
And I'm singing with her last time, and I was like, how you get that moment that this is
happening.
This is happening
to me.
Wow.
It's beyond the audition now. Now you're here. We did the rehearsal. We did the how you doing? Lay back, relax. I'm like, all right, we got this. And then all of a sudden, I'm on stage in real time, in the moment. And sometimes you can just say, it'll hit you.
How does she know to call you? Like, again, it was so casual. Like, Regina like, how does she know?
Well, the way I got the call was from my manager. Chuck told me, but I heard there was someone asked about inquiring about a vocalist here,
and you got recommended,
and I was recommended.
There we go.
Which was greatly honored and thankful to whomever put my name out of the basket amongst all in the Chicago Full of Talent. We already know.
When you get those calls, are you like real laid back about it? Because me, I'm still excited. Yeah, I still get excited about this.
No, it's the same with me. I'm excited because this you only as good as your last work. You know how that works, and you want to do the best of the best. Give it every moment the best. So I never judge by the numbers of who's present. I never. If it's one person, if it's 1 million.
That's right.
I was singing over in Lebanon some time ago, 10 years ago. As of today, I had a trip. I stayed out in Lebanon for 6 months, studying the religion, studying the culture, and I was singing in the midst of their storm. And it brought a whole new awareness of how we are. Don't actually acknowledge the gift of music, the healing in it, in the rhythm and blues.
Yeah. And to share that with a different society.
Yeah.
And music is the universal
they embrace
language.
it. They
Right.
embrace it. Like
That's what I
this.
mean.
Yeah.
It's a universal language. That's really what it is. Let's do this because we got to get going. But we want to remind everybody. Oh, they can't buy tickets.
Right. So I got a question.
What happened?
It's sold out.
Right. It is. It's sold out.
Both
Sorry.
shows.
Both shows.
Excuse me. Okay. So what do you want your legacy to be?
My life it's all about a cultural. Maurice Mahan is a cultural expressionist,
Mm-hmm.
meaning that I am a soundtrack of my ancestors and my being. That's what I want to be known as. Nothing else. He was singing all the way through the soundtrack. Everything I've written, I lived it out. Yeah, that's what I want to.
When you gonna give us a Donny Hathaway cover?
Oh, what made you say that?
Because when you keep talking about the ancestors, and I'm like,
that's my favorite.
I know he is.
He's
I ain't
one
even
of my
talked to you. I
favorite.
know he is.
Yes, he's one of my favorite. I play harmonica, so Stevie is my second.
Yeah,
if not first.
Yeah, yeah.
Both because I play chromatic and I play blues. But Donny Hathaway is the most closest of soul reality in my forum of music. You know, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's a mixture. You know, we go through, we get through, and we live it through. And some of the singers will sing it through.
Yeah.
It's not cosmetic.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, this is what I experienced this day. I'm singing about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it doesn't matter who's around.
Well, Maurice, we're very proud to have you from Chicago, in Chicago, and in this radio station right now, WVON.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, Regina Belle, City Winery,
Yes,
and
indeed.
Maurice Mahan is
Sold
sold
out.
out.
It's
Sorry.
sold out.
Y'all can't. You got the
I gotta
FOMO, but
Oh,
it's
God.
too bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are so proud of you. And
Thank
guys,
you.
we're going to
Thank
go
you,
to
man. Thank
traffic
you.
and weather.
Thank
We're going to take these pics real quick,
Yeah,
and we'll be
yeah.
right back.
Greatness.
I know a young lady, she like to go to church. But when she come over, I got to put in work. Fine young thing, pretty skin, satisfied. But when I get it,
More from Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray coming up on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Hey, baby! I'm your Magnolia Blues man, Sir Henry Cheatham, inviting you to join us
Mr. Big Stuff, tell me.
on WVON 1690 for some real American music and culture. We're on classic blues and R&B. Check us out Saturday, 11 p.m. until 2 a.m. on WVON and classic blues and R&B.
WVON turns 63 years young in April, and we're celebrating all month long.
Well, look at that, ooh,
Join us for WVON Night at the Black Ensemble Theater on Friday, April 24th, for the return of the award-winning play, The Jackie Wilson Story. This electrifying production will have you singing and dancing in the aisles as the Black Ensemble brings this musical legend to life. His voice, his moves, his music. It changed everything, from Jackie Wilson's Lonely Teardrops to Higher and Higher. It's more than a musical. It's a theatrical experience. Join WVON's afternoon personalities, Atiba Buchanan and me, LaDonna Ray, as we host WVON Night at the Black Ensemble Theater, 4450 North Clark, Friday, April 24th.
Get your tickets now at blackensembletheater.org or click the Black Ensemble banner at WVON.com.
WVON is 63 and still having fun.
Did you know that April 20th is the unofficial holiday celebrating the legalization of marijuana here in Illinois? Join Rufus Williams and New Leaf, Illinois for a special takeover of the WVON Morning Show at 8 a.m. on Monday, April 20th. Hear how New Leaf is helping people statewide clear cannabis and other records through free legal help and information. Visit newleafillinois.org or call 872-NEW-LEAF. And be sure to tune in on April 20th at 8 a.m. for the New Leaf, Illinois Takeover, only on WVON.
Catch Reverend Al Sharpton online at WVON.com or on the WVON app. Just click the Al Sharpton banner. Tune in every day at 12 noon for your daily dose. And if you miss it, catch the overnight replay from midnight to 3 a.m. We're keeping it real with Al Sharpton on WVON 1690.
Reverend Al told you personally, keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.
Hey Alexa, play WVON 1690 AM.
Getting WVON 1690 AM station from iHeartRadio.
Try it out for yourself. America is listening to WVON.
This report is brought to you by Dell Technologies. Dell PCs with Intel inside are built for the moments that matter, like when you're finishing a big project and you can't be interrupted by an update. With long-lasting battery life and built-in intelligence, you can stay focused on what matters most. Built for you. Learn more at Dell.com/Dell PCs.
WVON traffic and weather now.
Good Thursday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic update. In Ryan, downtown to 95th, stop and go traffic 34 minutes. I-57, Ryan to I-80, 1 minute delay, 16 minutes. Bishop Ford, Ryan to I-80, 94, stop and go traffic 20 minutes. Stevenson to Sabo, Lakeshore Drive to the Tri-State, stop and go traffic 46 minutes. Eisenhower, Wolf to Post Office is at a snail speed, 43 minutes. Kennedy downtown to O'Hare, bumper to bumper traffic, 50 minutes. And Eden's Montrose Lake smooth sailing, 14 minutes. Your weather for today, Chicago, spotty showers, high of 70 and a low 48. Tomorrow, storms at night, high of 80 and a low 48. It's currently 73 degrees and mostly cloudy. That's your traffic and weather update now. I'm Logan Page on the Talk Chicago WVON 1690 AM.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
I go on and on, can't understand how I last so long. I must have superpowers, rap 225,000 hours. Get a calculator, do the math. I made 1,000 songs that made you move your. And for the last 300 months, I made 16 albums with me on the front.
Welcome back. I tell you what, I'm out of breath. We had to run back in here. So great to have Maurice M on our show. That's what I'm going to call him, Eminem. Guys, you are listening to the afternoon show with Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Ray. You know, Atiba, I'm going to say this publicly because why'd you let me say, what is it? Carnivorous? I said carnivorous.
Yes.
I know I said carnivorous because, you know, I don't think I've ever had to say that word in my life.
Yeah.
Carnivorous.
First time. Well, for a first effort.
But you left me out there, though.
No, I
know
just
somebody
decided,
slapped their head and said, oh, God.
I just decided to let you know during the break. That's all.
But I still said it.
That's okay.
Like all 5 million people listening heard me say carnivorous.
One is 7 million.
Oh. Oh, thanks.
And yes, it is carnivorous. But after we watch this film this weekend,
I'll be saying
carnivorous. We'll all know what it is, boy, because that's going to be a good time. What else you got going on this weekend?
Well,
so a lot happening. It
really is. As a matter of fact, Saturday I will be, should I say, filling in for the senior show. That is Chicago Commons, and that'll be Senior Talk. Thank you very much. It's called Senior Talk, and I will be filling in for that on Saturday, 7 a.m.
So you're doing double duty.
I am doing double duty on a Saturday. Because
so
then
7 to 8,
yep,
and then 9 to 10,
and then 9 to 10. I will be doing the wake up show with the Illinois State Black Chamber of Commerce. So I mean, I'm really excited about it because I listened to the Senior Talk show and with Clara, and it was very much so in the realm of, you know, caretakers, caregivers. I mean, I'm just listening, and I'm like, this is awesome. And I met her, and so I'm happy to fill in and go and talk to our seniors. I put a call out to hopefully my first guest, and I did leave a message. So we'll see if we can get them on this Saturday. But if not, I asked Melody, I said, who's my producer?
What'd she say?
She said, you.
You know her well, as a matter of fact.
Right. But no, we are a team. We work collectively. I'm so happy Shapiro will be here on Saturday. We will be supporting one another. Next week, we will be getting ready to gear up for the Jackie Wilson story. I'm excited about this, and I know a lot of people are fearing the miss out of this particular event. Number one, because it's Jackie Wilson. Mm-hmm. Number two, it's a WVON night.
Yes.
And number three, you and I will be cutting up on the stage. And I don't mean that in a comical way.
And we might even do. Should we tell them about the duet we might do?
We were thinking about doing a duet, y'all. Mm-hmm. We ain't going to tell y'all the song. Mm-hmm. But both Atiba and I sing, and sometimes in between the breaks, we'll hit something like, oh, wait a minute, that sounds good. So we're going to practice.
Yes.
Because, you know, our WVON listeners, I don't want to rip. I don't want them ripping me to shreds.
Come on.
So yeah, I want to make sure I get that right. But I am it's going to be a busy weekend.
There you go. Me too. I've got a great event coming up. I'm actually hosting an event out in the southwest suburbs.
Tell me about that. I might come.
Yes. So this is I got to pull up the flyer, but
you gotta hurry up.
I know the keynote speaker will be, and that's why I said earlier, everybody's descending upon Chicago.
Yeah.
Jasmine Crockett.
That's right.
Yes. Robin Robinson. Remember her from Fox 32?
How can I forget? I met her in person when I was 15.
Girl. And she will be co-hosting with me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This is an MLK event. It got pushed back.
Yeah.
It got pushed back. It was supposed to be in January, but because Jasmine was running for Senate,
right,
she couldn't participate in January. So we had to scoot it back a little bit to accommodate her schedule. And I am so excited about it. So I know, here it is. MLK Day, the 3rd annual MLK Day Alliance for Civic Engagement.
Got my attention.
That's an organization that promotes civic engagement out in the southwest suburbs, Will County. And who else is going to be there? Chicago's own Teresa Griffin will be singing.
Lovely.
Because they do the brunch, and then later there's like entertainment and a concert. Damon Williams will be cracking jokes.
Is this called the ACE?
Yes.
Okay, I see it now. 3rd annual. Got it.
Absolutely.
And is that in Glen Ellen?
If that's what it says. Yeah.
The Abington in Glen Ellen.
Yes.
Nice.
So it's going to be a fantastic time. So I look forward to working with Robin Robinson. She's so sweet. And meeting Representative Crockett again. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, because we interviewed her.
That's right. When she was here with Saint Sabina.
Exactly.
So I think that's it. Sunday is going to be a quiet day for me with all this activity on Saturday.
I'm skipping church.
Yeah. Then we've got I'm trying to figure out how to make this work because we have the old school hip hop concert. Big Daddy Kane, who was on Rufus's show.
What do you mean make it work?
I'm trying to figure out how I can get there. I can't be in 2 places at once.
Right.
So, because that concert is Saturday night too. But yeah, Big Daddy Kane, Tretch from Naughty by Nature, Black Sheep, MC Light.
Oh, speaking of hip hop, I told you.
What?
I told you who was gonna make it to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, Wu-Tang. Yeah.
You told me no way. Everybody said no way. Everybody said I didn't know what I was talking about.
I did. I'll eat my humble pie.
I told you.
I absolutely said that. I was wrong.
Are you going to the cleanup this weekend?
Nope.
All right.
I'm not gonna make it.
The cleanup is happening
on 75th.
On 75th.
And this is
the quarry.
This is a great weekend.
Yeah.
And VON is at everything.
Mm-hmm.
We had our finger on the pulse of community, guys. You want to know what's going on in Chicago? Listen to VON.
Guys, make sure you share the show on Facebook. Keep sharing the show even when it's over, and continue to comment. We will see you guys Monday on the afternoon show. Tavis Smiley is up next. Rufus Williams in the morning. That's it. We're out of here. LaDonna Ray, Atiba Buchanan. Bye-bye for now.
Happy Thursday evening, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here are your news headlines. Ray Roberts promotes new book, Knowing, on the Matt McGill Show. 4 arrested after stolen car crashes into Northwest Side Cafe. White Sox national anthem performer recovers after pregame collapse, and bomb threat investigated at Pope's brother's home. National news from the Black Information Network is up next on Chicago's only urban talk radio station, WVON 1690 AM, Berwyn, Chicago.
PIN News Now.
President Trump says Iran wants to make a deal and that an agreement could happen quickly.
We've got to have no nuclear weapons, and if we do, that's a big factor.
Speaking outside of the White House, he said Iran is now willing to do things it was not willing to do 2 months ago. Trump also pointed to a possible peace deal between Israel and Lebanon after announcing a 10-day ceasefire. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. clashed with Black Congresswoman Terry Sewell at a House hearing Thursday over past remarks about Black children. Sewell pressed Kennedy on comments about Black kids being over-medicated and needing to be, quote, reparented, end quote, but Kennedy denied it and accused her of lying. And Black Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott is celebrating legislative wins for the